alive out here. It's not easy. Not against Vitality.
And thinking of starting on the T side as well, on a map like Overpass. You're playing the game on hard mode at this point, and you can already see Vitality being proactive, had read the situation well. 3 players situated towards the right bomb side for now, but there's plenty of time here for M80 to change their plans if they need to.
Vitality, call them plumbers. They're waiting to clean out the pipes here in the toilets. Can Rops flush them away? M80 creeping forward. Contact into this triple stack. Meanwhile, flamesy closes the gap on the flank. Apex just waiting for that one bit of info to give it all away. But they already know this backstab's going to confirm it. There's the nades. Oh, gone by Flames. And now they're kind of trapped out of the toilet. He won't overplay it. Pulling back, it's Rops reflashed. M80 patiently waiting. Hex will find a kill. But they're kind of stuck out here. 40 seconds, no way to go back. Mezzi's also found one more on the site. This is a bit of a mess right now for M80. Nowhere to go.
It's the worst possible start to a round for M80. Stuck in a barrel right now. Can't get anything done. Apex finds the second kill. Swisher turning up, though, with another 2. And all of a sudden, we have a round, Hugo.
They get aggressive. Bomb planted, playing for CT Sport on the truck. Flamesy closing in. They have to take something. They go for control towards the stairs. It's good post plants right now. There's no kit for Vitality. M80 are making this one interesting. Flames goes for the full stick, trusting in ZywOo on the cover. They need to check it out. ZywOo missed shot. Slacks gets closer off the bomb. Flamesy finds him, but still this clock is a problem. Swisher low health. 2 tags would end the round, and he's playing with them. ZywOo can't get that kill. Finally it lands, and the bomb gets stuck. Vitality, it's stressful, but it's a pistol.
Oh, that was very messy. Happy Apex right here in this scenario, and I understand why. That was almost the worst possible round you could have crafted if you were M80. You were stuck from the get-go. You saw Flamesy be proactive. You saw him get all the information. You had 3 players at the right bomb side throughout this entire time for Vitality, yet it still got down to the nitty-gritty. So, in that essence, I mean, as you said, M80 did everything they could in this round. Swisher opening up the bomb side, and they came close to winning a round that was nearly impossible to win.
Force up for M80 in the second.
And I feel like that's a win condition here as well, Hugo, right? If you are M80, you're starting on the T side of Overpass, you need to win the pistol. You need to convert. You need to get some of those, dare I say, easier rounds. I love the fact that they're force sparring right here. You got a bomb plant. You have 4 Galils, in the mix. Not a lot of utility, but look at the weaponry coming out for Vitality as well. You can have a couple of those duels versus the M4 and hopefully win them. Slacks is going for it, and he goes down to ZywOo, a player that was struggling a little bit in Saudi Arabia. He was apparently sick throughout the tournament. I think he's coming into this tournament with something to prove.
Ooh, that's scary timing. Yeah. Walking up the banana, boost over, and they actually drop ZywOo, so now you know Apex is trapped here as well. He's going to drop his belts, but they run right through it. That Molly getting no respect, and neither does Apex. Spam through the smoke. Oh dear, this force buy looking like it's going to land for M80.
Rops is the player that has to make something happen right now. Stuck, you know that he cannot walk in from long. His position is well known. And Molotov coming in as well. That was picked up by M80. This is going to be a very tough retake for Vitality. At this point, do you save or do you go for it? Rops is looking for it right now.
Kind of invested, aren't you? 3 players so close. But flash play is lovely. Finding one more kill. And even though he's trapped out, Rops can't force this one. He's running out of time with no kit. This is a done round. This round, Jacob, is over.
This round is indeed over. Flamesy coming in, getting a couple of kills. Cosmetically, maybe hindering M80 in buying too much next round, but at this point, it's going to be a round for the M80, and that's, you know, the best possible start. We talk about that all the time.
Yeah.
Lose the pistol, win the second round. That's sometimes even better than winning the pistol and converting in a regard, because the economy on the CT side is going to be so rough. You know, you saved 2 M4s as well, so obviously you're going to force around this, but it's a bit of a risk and a bit of a gamble, and all of a sudden, if you lose the following round after this one, if you're Vitality, you end up in a scenario where you could be down 3-1, maybe even 4-1 before you get your first full buy round.
And you're just forced to force back in as well. Apex going for the Mag 7. This has been a common purchase of Apex.
Silent desperation, maybe, huh?
He's been doing it for a few months now, I think. Yeah. Banana, Inferno. He ran it on Dust 2 A site back at EWC, and he got 2 kills.
And we'll see if it's going to work out this time around. Rob's aggressive in towards connector right here. Like that. Just wish I haven't checked.
Oh, here's a tag. One more. Oof, that's an online peek right there. Drops removed, and that gun is gone. It's not ideal here for Vitality, relying on really just Flamesy in the B-bomb site.
That's why the mag is so effective, right? You're playing against CT sides with no armor. great grenades coming in as well, putting Messi down to 5 HP.
I like how they don't just RNG the nades, they're jump spotting. As soon as they get the info, they both lob them in.
Yeah.
Trying to actually maximize the damage.
And so far, so good for M80.
And Vitality are gambling. They're moving everyone onto that top site right now, hoping M80 overcook.
Looks like it could potentially be working. Apex finds a good position, especially if a teammate now is going to scout for him and bait it out. And there we go. The spam comes in, and I don't think they heard it. I don't think they know.
They're running long.
Yeah. They're actually walking into the stack, Hugo. This could be a nightmare for M80.
Oh, if the smoke went long for Messi, that could have been huge. Instead, they get to walk the walk up. They're going to catch him off guard. I was holding this with the scout, but 3 players about to come around the corner. Switcher late to play. Good Molotov. ZywOo can't find anywhere to hide right now. The flash is nice. Flames turns back 2-3 from Flamesy. That's out of nowhere. They had no right to win that. 2v2 now. Scout tag lands. Slacks needs to force his kill. Backstab from the Apex. Back 7, but it's so bad. It's got no range.
That was the one position Apex could not afford to be in. I like the fact that he tried to hide in the smoke. He's unaware, and as you could see, M80 had no clue, but had he had any other weapon than the Max 7 right here, 5.7 would have been ideal. Oh, and M4, obviously, if you had the money for it, Apex. That's such a great display by Flamesy, though. Getting a 3rd kill right here from the player coming out long. Sin could barely believe that happened. And as you said, a Max 7 on range, that's probably the one position you don't want to find yourself in.
Even point blank, it's still 50-50.
Yeah.
But yeah, what can you do about that?
Great start for M80, though. I like the way they approached this round. Maybe, again, you can fault them for walking into a stack, but I think the execution was okay. And to be completely honest, the way Flamesy got the 3rd kill, that was not supposed to happen. That's not his fault. That's not M80's fault. That's just Flamesy doing a great job.
Just farming now. Late gets to clean up.
I like to play these games during a game, Hugo. Normally I'm sitting in the green room watching it, you know, not having to think too much about speaking about it. But at what point do you get worried? I know it's very early in this game. It hasn't been a buy round yet for Vitality, but at what point do we start to get worried? It's going to be 3-1 now for M80. We now have a buy coming in for Vitality. Let's play it with the idea they lose that one as well, and all of a sudden you have 5 T rounds already if you're M80.
Yeah, sure. It's a fair point, but at the same time, it's kind of they're at the scoreline because they won the force buy. So it's not like, oh no, Vitality have made some horrendous error and oh they're looking terrible. I think it's more just a result of them winning the force buy. Let's see what this first gun round does.
That's the thing, right? I just wanna, you know, maybe put in a seed right now and let's see if it grows. Because I agree, obviously we can't conclude anything so far, but in a period of time where Vitality have been struggling, I think there's more emphasis on how they get off to the beginning of the games as well. Because I don't think they have the same resilience, obviously, that we saw months ago before the player break. So I think it's important for Vitality as well not to feel that you all of a sudden have to fight back from being down 7-2 or 8-2 on a CT side overpass.
Yeah, it's hard. Ooh, the boost gets 1.
It wasn't clean from Apex. He gets 1 kill, and I guess that's okay, but that could have been a kill and then fall back without any issues. But it was a little bit long to get the shots to hit, and now M80 finds himself in a bit more calm scenario right here. They don't have to play fast. They can drag out some time. They can drag out some utility. There's not a lot to work with on the Vitality side either. You can see right now we are still 1 minute and 5 seconds left of the round, and there's only very few grenades left on the side of Vitality. So I like what M80 is doing right now. Route back gives up a bit of space to Vitality, obviously, and that's where they have to be aware that that's a possibility. But in the sense that there's no point in pushing the pace too much, especially considering that Vitality have very little to work with utility-wise.
The info play for Vitality lets them know that it's probably not B at this point. Jump spotting for Robs. We now have 2 on the top side. He gets info. 35 seconds. ZywOo's going to flash him back in. Don't want to do it too early. You want them to be committed in the open. Here's Util come over. Where's the flash? There it goes. Robs needs a multi-kill here. Bit stressed as they get close. Hexed with a double entry. And even though the flanks are in from B short, oh, it's not the cleanest, is it? Shooting sharp or M80 right now. That much is undeniable. And while Messi sits in a clutch, they pick that bomb back up and they can put it back sight as well. Time on their side. Bomb has been planted. 2v1. Messi moving in and they play it together, side by side, both on truck.
Oh, this could be dangerous. Messi has a Molotov to flush them out now.
Oh, and they swing together. Hexed with a huge one. Double entry onto Robs and ZywOo and closes counter clutch.
Yeah, I don't know if this is too harsh, Hugo, right? But the Robs play together with Saivu here. He drops a flash to Saivu, gets flashed in. The timing may be a little bit off, but my issue with that is that you have 2 players flanking, getting all the information. I would have liked Saivu to use that flash prematurely, just delay it a little bit so the backup would come in and Robs would have a fight together with Saivu with the 2 players flanking as well. Instead, they kind of played it 2 together and then 2 together again, where they could have played it all 4 together or 3 players coming into the mix early for Vitality. So obviously being proactive with the flash and dropping it to Saivu and trying to make a play, I can't really fault Robs for calling that, but had you used that flash to delay a little bit, then the players flanking from the B-bomb side would have come into the mix, and I think the round would have been looking very, very different at that point.
Okay, and now they're in trouble. Now that seed is
worried
starting
now?
to... No, I'm not worried. It's Vitality. I think they could be down and still come back in this game, but, you know, they are in a bit of trouble.
I'm worried.
You're worried?
I'm worried.
You think the M80 upset is coming off of 1 gun round?
I think that's the thing with MR12. It doesn't have to be too much more. T-side overpass, you get away with, let's say, 6 or 7 rounds. You win the second pistol. What happens then?
By the same logic, okay, sure, but by the same logic, I mean, comebacks are pretty quick.
True.
They happen pretty quick. So, not counting Vitality out from
I like to steer the pot a little bit.
Yeah, you know, it's cauldron of something right now.
Again, slow pace coming in from M80. I like that. That's a nasty shot from flamez. My God, is he off to a good start.
He's looking really sharp right now, and he was a player saying, I'm not really feeling my individual form after EWC. Said he was struggling.
He was playing better, though. I think Cologne was not a great event for him. I think Malta Blast Bounty was not necessarily good either. At EWC, he had moments, he had games, he had halves where he stepped up, and I even picked him for my fantasy team because I feel like he's coming back into play, and I think that's important for Vitality, especially now that they're struggling.
They need him now because it's only Taiwu on this top side calling for support. This corner getting mollied as well. The util for M80 is super clean right now. Even though, okay, there's a bit of a gap on this smoke. Their truck mollies have been wrecking Vitality. And there's no getting through this one. So flank for flamez, maybe just to make his scoreline that bit sweeter. Oh, hello. Back of the head. What can you do? And M80 just rolling over this game right now. Vitality online.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm impressed with M80, the way they approached the game so far. I think a couple of times in the first couple of rounds, they walked into some, dare I say, gamble stacks from Vitality, which to me is also a sign of desperation or a sign of you not controlling the game or not being at the front foot of the game, so to speak. And from that point on onwards, M80 have been very good with the utility. They have been avoiding walking into any stacks, and as you can see, they constantly flush out 1 player at a time, constantly fight together. The trading potential is already available, so I like what I'm seeing from N80. Again, as you said, it's just been 1 buy round, it's just been 1 conversion, but let's be honest, 5 T rounds on a map like Overpass, that's the best possible start you could have hoped for if you're N80.
Yeah, your job is done, frankly, and they've still got more tricks to show. I don't think they're looking to slow down at this score. When you've got Vitality in a tailspin, why let them stabilize? There was a chance to find Apex there, but they actually depart position. Apex left to ruminate in connector. Zywoo's AWP in middle, supported by Robs. And he is very aggressive considering how much time has gone down, but M80 are only just now clearing playground. Robs, timing. What's he gonna do? Line up? Not bad. Sees the AWP, he won't commit. Robs going back in middle instead. Oh, lovely stuff. 2 kills. And Zywoo can even get out to not let this one go too far. M80 have to gain a lot of space on this top side.
It's a beautiful proactive play coming in for Robs. I love that. I also love what I'm seeing from Hext right now. I know Apex is currently coming in with potentially a bit of a flank, but that opens up the B bomb side. And right now, Hext is taking that opportunity to go in and seek for a duel, and he's going to find no one over here, and that could be extremely dangerous. Now, is he going to call the rotation coming in, and would Apex catch him on A long here? Oh, just about sees him, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're aware.
I think he's going to find it.
Yeah.
Bomb dropped, and ooh, there's even Zywoo in toilets. He can start to move in if he wants. Slack's smoke buys him a bit of room, but flamez is coming up con as well. There's nowhere safe here in middle for Slacks. And so Hex may have found B, but at what cost? 15 seconds. They hear him coming, and he's not finishing that round. flamez puts another one on the board, and Vitality find a full buy.
Important, very important for Vitality to answer back straight away. I love the play from Hex. You find yourself in a disadvantaged position after Rob's coming in with this massive play. Love the fact that he's sharp, right? Gets the first kill, falls back, waits a bit for timing, hears a couple of footsteps, then goes in for a second duel. Well aware that he most likely will be traded for giving your CT side a 4v3 scenario. You can always capitalize on that, and that's exactly what Apex is doing by pushing up proactively in underground. He knows that when you're only 3 players left, T-side overpass, there's so much space to cover that he's most likely going to find a loophole, and that's exactly what he did. That was a good round for Vitality. Now, Hugo, they need to string them together.
Flames spamming Con as well. Apex wants to come back for more. Looking for the fight this time, looking to commit. Oh, and Swisher give it away. Apex doesn't swing. He's holding on very late in this position. Rob's going to get mollied out, has to make a decision, up or down. Oh my god, it's just landing behind him. Apex cleared out, Rob's position known. But this Molotov fades, now they can trap him. Robs can't get a second one out of there. Apex just getting kind of swung on in Con. Couple of rounds now, having trouble.
Another aggressive play from Vitality. I don't fault them for doing it again because it worked out with Robs before, but that's been the case in every single round he's had a rifle. They have been fighting for middle, they have been fighting for connectors, so at this point it's very telegraphed. M80 knows the fights are coming in and they're waiting for him.
Oh dear, you feel like A1 would have found that 88 damage off the A4 for Mezzi. And Zaiwu hasn't had a kill since the pistol round. I don't think this is going to change. Him and Flames have to save. Fully locked out of the bomb site. So it gets worse.
Credit where credit is due to Swisher. Those are some nice openings to find in the connect area in middle. But I will say, as I said, I think it's a bit too telegraphed for Vitality right now. Again, you're coming in with this mentality that you're significantly better than M80, and we're not going to play scared at all. And Overpass is a map where you can allow yourself to be aggressive in the mid portion of the map, but if you're doing it every single round and you're playing against a team who clearly has this Wolfpack mentality where they like to stick 4 or even 5 players together, at some point you're going to lose out on those traits, and that's happened twice now for Vitality. I would love to see Zaiwu be a bit more proactive with the AWP and then play this classic style on the CT side where you hold an angle, you take the first shot, you fall back, you take a second angle, take a shot, fall back. So you do it in layers, so to speak, and then you can play a defensive way of defending the A-bomb side where you maybe are forced back to be on the A-bomb side, but you have all the utility in the world, the counter Molotovs, the counter smokes, the counter flashes, and then play from there. Because if you continue to fight for connector, if you continue to fight in middle, and M80 is aware that that's the case every single round, well, I think we've seen the conclusion of that. They can handle it.
No surprise that a Dane is dishing out device propaganda here on this CT side orb.
I mean, just to spice it up a bit.
But you're right.
I think right now M80 have shown that if you don't respect us, we're going to punish you.
Oh, they're going to go fast. Confident call. Full through monster running amok, and Mezzi and Flames are side by side. They are blocking each other. That flash is going to do nothing. They just keep Wing. M80 takes space every step, every shot coming up for them. Double entry for Hex. My god, that was uncomfortable for Vitality. Just getting blocked on the pillar. There's not room for 2 there. And Zaiwu just feels like he wants to play the game. He's not had a chance.
That's a beautiful call. I love what I'm seeing from M80 right now. As you said, Zaiwu, all he can do and all he can try right now is to save that off, and he's not going to be successful with that either. That's going to be 7 rounds to M80 on the T side of Overpass. To call a B-rush out of spawn like this at this timing, it is beautiful. We often find ourselves on the desk talking about, you know, a call can be the right call or the wrong call at the right moment. And I think calling a B-rush at this point in the game where Vitality have been so focused on mid, they've lost all the duels in connector, they've lost all the duels on the A-bomb side, this is the perfect timing to do it. Now, you can maybe fault Flamesy and Messi for not having better protocols in terms of dealing with it, but I don't think they anticipate that hitting them.
Yeah, just out of nowhere. After these slow rotation rounds, these grouped hits, these strong executes, to just full send with a flash out monster.
Are you worried now?
Yeah, I'm a little worried. For this map. I want to remind people as well, because now I think it's even more impressive. M80 played a North American Challenger game at 3 a.m.
That's crazy.
From Europe with 150 ping. They won the game. They lost first map. They won the game. And they're still playing Vitality at midday. So these guys are probably up till 6 a.m. Got 4 or 5 hours sleep. And came back to play the world's best.
I think they call that the grind.
Yeah. Never stops.
And grinding they have been, as I said, was looking into the results. I know they're playing an awful lot of domestic matches, but when you win 20 out of 22 matches, you must feel a certain amount of confidence. I know Vitality is a different caliber, it's a different league, it's a LAN game, you're at a boot camp, but still, you have confidence that you're winning pretty much all games.
You got the prep, or rather, you've run a lot of XX, you run a lot of strats. Like, we're seeing all these executes on A are really, really clean. They're throwing them from same util from different positions. They've got like tape essentially. Oof, the grenades are really strong in this map, but they do get caught off guard. A little aggressive push with the Molotov over the wall, and they know Swish is in this smoke. There's nowhere to go. Bailing out is Hexed. Misses every shot, but Vitality leave.
Yeah, I'm glad Vitality eventually left, but they gave up a massive opportunity to Hex right here. Got a bit greedy with it. I know the player's stuck in the smoke, and it would be nice to get a second kill, but let's be honest, not needed. Oh. Nice little boost here from Apex. That's a proactivity that we like to see from Vitality. Flamesy in a great position as well. Not winning the duel against Sin. That may be an opening.
Oh, they're going to W again, mashing it as M80 run into the bomb site. When they get the first entry on B, suddenly 10 more players appear, and they run amok. Rops' AWP denied, and ZywOo. I don't think it's down to him. They're not going A. They're not giving him the chance. Even when they get mid-control, they still end up back on B. And again, how many saves are you going to get put in?
Yeah.
Eventually, he's got to run.
There's only so much you can do if you're ZywOo in this position. Saving your AWP is probably the right call.
And you know, we've all been here. If ZywOo says, guys, I'm going B, they'll go for the long rush.
You know what I would love to see from M80 now, with the way this game has transpired so far? A call where you had the rush B before. If you now walk into middle, you don't throw any utility whatsoever. You do the classic snake strat where you just basically walk in middle and you're waiting for a point of contact. I think there may be an opportunity right here. That could be the play for M80. The only thing they have to be careful of is ZywOo's AWP, but the reason why I want to call it right now is that ZywOo has now had 2 rounds with the AWP where he's been completely out of it. So the logic reasoning from ZywOo now would be to force it somewhere, right? Go for an A-long peak or go for B short or do something proactively aggressive, maybe even walk down to connector with the AWP. Change up what he's been doing the last couple of rounds, and that's exactly what you got to take advantage of, your M80. Walk into toilets, you know, try to see if you can find a point of contact where ZywOo is not at, and then that could be a way of running around. It's not what they're going for, but I'd love to see it.
Triple con, though.
Yeah.
They are trying to avoid him, not thinking he's going to throw the AWP down lower. Apex has been here round after round, but he's getting boosted. The old school jumping MP9.
I hate it.
Nerfed now, of course. This is not, it's not the Astralis era anymore.
Still does a decent amount of damage.
It's more the accuracy. It used to be so good.
Yeah. It's a nasty play. Was a nasty play. It's a nasty position to find yourself in if you're Vitality.
They're buying on this. This is 2 players faking it out. And 3 players doing exactly what you wanted, which is walk the walk, the little snake through the toilets.
I love it.
And they're just happy to see this MTA site. Robs is deep long. He doesn't have this info. By the time they find out, it's too late. I think they could walk flank and kill these CT players. Look at them. Knife out. No idea it's coming. Caught off guard completely. Flamesy will trade, but there's more where that came from. Lake in the bank, putting that AK down. 4v3 now. They've read Robs is at long. They're going to try and clear him out. Missed shot. Slack's just going back in. Lake will help him out. And ZywOo again. He made that read. He went for the B play, and he gets avoided completely, Pimp.
He does. And you got to give credit to M80. It's way easier for us when we have the overview now to make those calls and make those suggestions. But for an in-game leader to read that in the middle of the game, to figure out at what timing is this call right, at what timing is that call right, it's beautiful what we're seeing from M80 right now.
Calling from the front, that's what it feels like. Sin masterclass.
They're going for it, Vitality.
They've got to try. They've got to play the game eventually, but there's no kit right now. Need smoke on the bomb. There it goes. ZywOo, missed shot. They're full sticking. They're full sticking. This is really hard, but the smoke shot lands, and there's no winning this, ZywOo. There is no time. He has to run. Oh, God. They're knifing him in the smoke, but he's not there. He might die. He's dead anyway. Everyone dies. 9-2. Forget about it.
ZywOo, one away. What's the point in staying?
He didn't want to give them audio, I guess. He's shifting.
Yeah.
But he's dead either way. Oh, dude, the toilet snake from Connector, Jacob.
I love it. I love it from M80. That is the perfect call at the perfect moment, especially considering what kind of position you put ZywOo in. As we said, he needs to do something proactively to find a fight, to force a fight. That's exactly what he's doing, so I don't want to fault ZywOo for doing that, but M80 realizes that, and they do the contact play that we were talking about. 9-2. Are you worried now?
I've been worried from 7.
Fair enough.
That's when I got worried, yeah. It's not looking good. And M80 are looking great. Calling from the front, perfect counters. ZywOo been avoided all map.
We're talking about the T side of Overpass, maybe the toughest T side in the game right now.
Okay, here we go. ZywOo with his first opportunity on this AWP to do something.
Do something.
Do something, and they might just walk right by him.
He's
Front toilet smoke, that's actually good. ZywOo, it can turn in time. Gets out. Oh god, no! Oh god, he recovers for one. Spam through the smoke. This is a mess right now. Robs on the flank could have multiple kills. They're already up and past, running deep into this bomb site. Robs looking for that orb. He's dropped it immediately. They are in front sight, and Robs takes 2 before he calls it off. 3 for Robs. It was about time for someone from Vitality to bail them out. But is 3 enough? No, doesn't feel like it.
No, that's a disaster half for Vitality. Good on Robs here for finding a timing and finally making a play, and that's what we've been wanting, I guess, from someone. Flamesy has tried a couple of times as the only one, but hasn't been enough.
And that's it. 3 rounds for Vitality at the end of the half. M80 Sin Masterclass, and we've got more coming up in the second. M80 are humbling Vitality right now. Online CS is back, and M80 are showing up on Overpass. 9 T-sided rounds to come through to start off this series, and I don't know what to say.
I'll say this. I think M80 deserves the 9 rounds they got. I think they're playing good Counter-Strike. I know NA is a laughingstock, and rightfully so for the vast majority of the time, but I think in this specific case, this specific half of Counter-Strike, M80 has done a tremendous job. They deserve all the 9 rounds they got, and yeah, sure, that wouldn't have been the case if Vitality is not underperforming, but it takes a good team right now to punish Vitality, something a lot of teams have struggled with, Liquid being one of them. They've come close a couple of times, but M80 right now are doing it. And yeah, you can say it's online Counter-Strike, and you can put that asterisk to it, but from what I'm seeing by the eye test, M80 is doing a good job right now.
I mean, you brought up just the grind M80 have been on Overpass alone since it got added to the pool. They are 14-1 on it domestically against other North American opposition. It's a crazy run they've had. They've certainly got the prac, no doubt about it.
Gotta capitalize though. They gotta win this match. You know, when you have a 9-round T-side, you gotta find a way to win, and it starts here with the pistol. Golden moment. Slacks gets a little bit of information. There's still a player in toilets with a dual elites. Lake could be the man of the hour right here. He has not been checked for. He's going unaccounted right now. Are they aware?
They might walk right by, and he's not jumping the gun either. He's not rushing this one. Rops is late along, too late, and the backstab is in. That's a bomb in the toilets. They have to come back into the Julies, and he's more than willing to take on another. Lake drops Zywoo as well, who is not in this game. Lake with 3, and Rops too late to do a thing about this pistol. 1v5, give him to Lake, and Sin's there as well. Double Julies, nets a flawless pistol round for M80. How does that do?
Beautiful again. I love the setup. I love the play right here. I love the timing as well from Lake. He's well aware that if he pushes the envelope too early, there's a time that he will be caught off guard before he gets to execute, but he finds the right moment, gets the bomb as well, gives all the information. As you could see on the minimap as well, there was a lot of movement coming in from M80. They were circling in, and they knew exactly where Vitality were going. Apex showing frustrations. I don't blame him. Imagine being down 10-3 versus M80. After the period you just had, you just came back from Saudi Arabia, came back from EWC. You didn't go too well. You've seen a lot of comments from the players. Zywoo saying things are not clicking right now. Apex is saying that it's a tough time, and same for Flame C. So to find yourself in this position right now for Vitality, that's rough.
It's only Glocks. They are at Monster, flooding this site, but there's guns and plenty of them to put down the rest of Vitality. Only a couple of kills on the backstab for Apex. Going any further should not be happening. And so M80 are right there. They can taste victory. 11-3. One chance for Vitality to win this 4-bye. And without it, this one is done.
It's looking very, very good for M80. That would be a massive win. It is a best of 3, of course, to those of you unaware.
Yeah.
They have to win 2 maps in order to win the entirety of the game.
And be realistic, right? Now we have Dust 2 coming up, then we have Inferno as our decider. Like, how realistic is it to expect this? Because sure, they are one-tricking them on Overpass, but they're also playing good CS. They're also looking sharp. Vitality are rusty. Well, not rusty, rather. They're burnt out off the back of all these events. M80, this is their Super Bowl. You know, what's the chances they can win this series?
I'll put it like this. Coming into the game, I'd give them 5% chance of winning the series. After this performance on Overpass heading into the next 2 maps, I think they're up to 30. I think they have a realistic shot at you know, maybe winning the game. 30% win rate. Oh, sorry, 30% chance of winning is not them being the favorites either after winning the first map. So we'll see how that's going to develop. For now, though, I just want to credit them. I think often when you see these weird games where you have a massive favorite going up against an underdog, more often than not, it's the massive favorite underperforming, right? There has to be a bit of both in that. And obviously, Vitality are not playing well right now. But it's not like M80 is giving them many free chances or many free rounds. It took Rops to have a fantastic timing and a triple kill to finally get over the hurdle of winning another CT round. Took Flame C his best efforts to even make some of the rounds close. They yet still lost. So I feel like in this case, I'm more leaning towards M80 actually playing some proper, good executing Counter-Strike rather than Vitality completely dropping the ball. There's no doubt that they're playing horrendous CS right now. Vitality, probably the worst we've seen from them ever. But it takes a decent team to punish it right now. As I said before, Liquid have tried a couple of times, got close, couldn't get it over the finish line. M80 now are seemingly doing it. It's not over yet, but 11-3, they have to win. We're looking at a potential massive surprise here of M80, and let's just play with the idea that they're able to beat Vitality. Let's play with the idea that they're able to get this win. The VIS implications for M80, moving on into the upper bracket, maybe, just maybe, having the smallest of small chance of making it to the playoff here in London as well. It would be a massive victory for M80, who has been farming it up domestically as of late. But to beat Vitality, wow.
Yeah, crazy opportunity. Gamer Legion VP is our second game. Winner of that.
That's not
exactly.
unwinnable.
Winner of that plays the winner of this for the spot in London, for one of the 6 spots. So you beat Vitality, easy, right, apparently, and then you go on to play winner of Gamer Legion VP. Another winnable matchup if you're overperforming like this. Who's to say that M80 couldn't book themselves, well, not a ticket, but a train, perhaps, to London? They're already in the United Kingdom. London is calling for M80. Vitality need to step up. They have the Brit. They can't miss London.
Well, they can.
I'm getting ahead of myself. There's a lower bracket.
That's the thing.
It's one map. It's pattern calling. It's a great T side. Zaiwu avoided. Constant B hits. Vitality caught off guard. Forget about it.
It's not likely. Not likely. And it's not nice to have PC issues right now. Apparently Messi are having some issues at the moment. And let's be honest, when you find yourself down 11-3 against M80, the last thing you want is a tech pause. The last thing you want is more time to think about what is going on right now in that Vitality game. So if anything, I think M80 are just enjoying the moment, getting ready for it. Looks like the players are zoning in on the game as well now. So we should be ready to go soon enough. And if I'm M80, you know, there's a difference between winning 13-3 and winning 13-9. You don't want to allow Vitality back into this game. You don't want to install a bit of doubt in yourself. You don't want to install a bit of confidence into Vitality. If you're M80 now, close this game as soon as absolutely possible so you can walk away feeling that you were in control from start to finish.
14-1 since Overpass was added back to the pool for M80. They've certainly got the tape. They've certainly got the experience. And now they're proving it against the best. And sure, Vitality. They're probably a bit burnt out, but there's no days off, not in this circuit.
Yeah, and it's not an excuse. It's the same for everyone out there. It's a very hectic schedule for all the teams, especially if you're a top team. Some can handle it, and Vitality, we're handling it the first 6 months of the year. Probably the best ever to do it, but it's a different scenario now.
Okay, Flamesy has been the one guy who's had glimmers of hope in this game. Had some good multi-kills on CT side, was in the right positions. Playing pretty active towards B, flanking, coming through connector.
I look for this from M80. You have 4 players situated towards A right here. They're walking straight into it. Lake finds the first kill, Swish at the second. It's beautiful from M80.
Oh, Flames got stuck on the corner as well, and then he gets 1-2 punched as they trade peaks. M80 just well prepped, man, well drilled, and shooting so hard right now. You just can't get through these guys. 2v5. NA's back.
How do we save this one? It would take a massive mistake from M80 to allow this to slip out of their hands. Robs has to pick up the bomb at some point, has to expose himself, and there we go. 3 players surrounding, 1 in toilets, 1 to his right, and 1 deep toilets as well. There's nothing Robs can do right here. Gets taken down by Slacks, and yeah, Messi, you got the bomb site, but you have no teammates, you have no bomb, and you have nothing to show for in this round. 12-3 from M80. It's just a question of time at this point, and again, another beautiful executed round. Vitality, they're looking shell-shocked right now.
Yeah, absolutely done. As he should really just save, but at this scoreline, you don't want to.
Imagine turning on the stream now, and the first thing you see is the scoreboard, and it says 12-3 for M80. Surely you'd think that production out there, they're drunk, you know, it's early in Denmark. You have a beer once in a while. They must have switched it up. It's true. It is, in fact, M80 right now winning 12-3. The production have made no mistakes so far, and it's M80 doing it in style.
Sorry, no, I'm getting word from production, actually. Sorry, the teams are swapped, and this is Vitality 12-3 up.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
They're getting owned. 1 AK, 1 Galil, and they're even hitting a deep molly. No one throws that. It's too hard. M80 sweating it right now. Nerding out.
Hoping Vitality would just rush B. Get it all with. You know, Hail Mary.
Accept your fate.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing at this point. There's nothing left to win. Obviously, Vitality, it's unlikely to think you can make a comeback with this performance. So there's even something to be said about the fact that you don't want to prolong this game too much. Again, if you can apply pressure and have a couple of players, you know, show up in some big moments and just get a bit of confidence and take that moving into the second map, yeah, that'd be great for Vitality. But I've been here before as a player as well, and it doesn't sound nice to say, but trust me, the players are thinking what I'm saying right now. This map is lost already, so we can just play freed up and see what happens. So sometimes some of these massive comebacks, they happen out of, you know, coincidence in the sense that the players have already accepted the fact that they lost, and the second they accept that, that's the second they're freed up.
Zaiwu got 2 kills in the opening pistol round that Vitality won, and then went on to just get exits for the rest of the half. He has the AK here. He's going to try and crack his way into this bomb site. Good grenades land, though, and it's a big problem. Flames he found first. Cywoo trying to get out through the long side. Mezzy with 1 kill, and that is it. Double for Mezzy. It's all done. It's all dead. Vitality, forget about him. 3 rounds on Overpass. M80 run away with the game, and we have to see if they can do it in 2. Dust 2 up next. They are here on 5 hours sleep, doing it against the world's best.
It's the grind, my friend. It's the grind. They just love to play Counter-Strike, seemingly enjoying themselves an awful lot. And why shouldn't you? You just took down Vitality 13-3 on Overpass. Now, as you said, heading into Dust 2 now, it's a complete different ballpark. A map that Vitality, even in this, let's call it, strugglesome period, have played at a high level. Do we really expect Cywoo to have another no-show? I don't. So I think if M80 want to finish the job and actually win the game itself, they have to step it up one more time. Hex aggressive in towards lower, dual elites. They're not slowing down at all.
Yeah, Vitality will. They call off the tunnel's take. That nade pushes them out. The dualies, very scary up close. Even scarier when you find flames like that, but Cywoo will trade. A kill, the way of Vitality. It's been a minute. Out top mid and out lower. Oh my god, the aggression is tamed, but M80 is still playing confident. And that is a good sign. Over this round, that gets very difficult.
Yeah, a little bit disjointed right now. You have a player on B by himself, a player in middle by himself, a player in long pit sort of by himself. So they need to get some sort of information, figure out what's going on. Looks like a B split coming in right here. There's going to be a smoking CT spawn. Slacks, is he going to go through? Nope, gets a bit lucky, gets a kill on towards Messi, and that's going to open up the round. Walk through the smoke. Yes, Lake takes a duel from window. Has to hit that shot, though. Oh, not pretty. There you go.
Okay, we're on, though. No kit. They're moving in quick. Slacks with a couple of smoke shots. Robson Cywoo in a 2v3. This is the duo made to win this round.
Especially with the duels. Robs to cover window, maybe. Cywoo focus on door. Yeah, it has to be that way.
Oh no, Slacks finds another through. What? Slacks kills them all. 4 kills through the door onto Robs. Just blink and you miss it. A pistol round for M80. And Vitality back to their losing ways.
Yeah.
Everyone's watching right now. Everyone in the world is watching thinking, surely it was just one map, right?
Yeah.
Surely, like, that Vitality, they're going to turn on, they're going to wake up. It's Dust 2. They have better players.
I'm not going to lie. I'm worried already for Vitality. I know it's just a pistol, but it was the fashion that lost Overpass, and it's looking at these player cams, the body language as well, the self-reflection that's going on within the Vitality camp right now as well. You slowly but surely start to lose that confidence, and make no mistake, I'm not saying Vitality is going to exit this tournament and not win a game, and by no means we could be standing here in 20 minutes and it's Vitality back in the game and probably winning as they should be, but just the fact that M80 is able to apply this much pressure to the world #1 team, we gotta give them the respect and the credit they deserve.
It's not like Vitality getting wrecked by like a top 10 team, you know, proven opponent that they've lost to before. You know, this is a team, this is number 30 in the world.
I mean,
everyone's had trouble.
Yeah, everyone is eager to give them an excuse, but right now there's none. M80 is just, simply put, the better team right now.
Second round AWP for Slacks is a flex, but not if you lose it. Give it to Cywoo, and they've got a lot of space here. He hit the tag. Long control needs to be locked in by his teammate. Jumping in the pit. Apex can't stop him.
Yeah. Now we got to see M80. Can you retake a bomb site? Can you play together as a team? Vitality, 5 man alive. They have a decent buy here as well. It's not an easy scenario, no, for M80. They have to figure out where to come from. 2 players situated towards long, 3 in CT spawn.
Robs is playing really late as well, but he's given up the name of the game. Now they know this pressure is on the backline. They're not giving the kill to Slacks. He would love an entry right now. Cywoo starts off. Slacks had a chance. He misses it. Cywoo gets a double. This AK is bailing out Vitality on this force buy round. Couple of kills come out of nowhere, but the time is gone for M80. Cywoo's hero AK wins the round for Vitality. First time I've said that today.
Yeah, nice from Vitality. Capitalizing on being gifted an awful lot of space by M80. I know Slacks picks up the AWP, and to be completely honest, I don't mind that at all, but you could see one flash was all it took for him to push all the way back towards long, and the reasoning for Slacks is that he don't want to risk it, right? He's not going to overstep his mark, he's not going to give away an AWP, and he wants to play with his team. However, you're also offering up an awful lot of space to Cywoo and to Vitality, and I think that mindset is something M80 and the coach of M80 right now has to They have to be aware that you cannot offer this much space to a team or this much space to a guy like ZywOo. I know you've been dominating up until this point, but that's giving up too much in a sense. So, as we saw in Overpass, it was aggressive. It needs to be on Dust 2 as well.
I love what I just saw from Apex, though. He was yelling them down like in a positive way. He was trying to hype up his team, finally winning an important round in this series, knowing that, hey, you know, still got that fight, even in a game like this, where it's online, where it's difficult, but... Oh dear.
And now he's dead, and half of his team is dead as well. I love that from M80. Instantly go in, be proactive, be aggressive, don't offer up any space for Vitality, and look at the result. You win a round almost with ease. 55 damage dealt towards Hex. That's all so far. ZywOo finds himself in a 1v5 and can't get anything done. I love that from M80. You just play around on long where you are way too passive. You offer up way too much space. The counter reaction instantly coming into round 3. Aggressiveness, proactiveness, push out from catwalk, push out from middle, get the first couple of kills. Slack's maybe a little bit lucky. Apex is losing his brain cells up here in the T-spawn and just giving up a free kill. I don't know if you forgot that there was still an AW clean play, but it looks so easy for M80.
Super loose there from Vitality. Nothing happening. I was just talking about how that was the first positive body language I've seen all day from Vitality, and then they get full owned, 5 alive on the force by Warp is still here. Swisher by his side. And okay, Vitality gets some space, but they've got no smoke for the cross. They've got 2 flashes.
That's fine. Long, give up long is just fine. You don't want to fight it unless you absolutely feel you need to. You still have control over the A-bomb side. You have 3 players in this position, 2 players moving up towards catwalk as well now. So this is just fine. In terms of giving up space, it's okay. You know, you can't control the entirety of the map at all time. And again, you take control over catwalk. You still have an awful lot of utility. And this is my point right now. If Vitality does nothing to apply pressure on towards long or drag out any of that utility, they're going to have to execute into a bomb side, either the B or the A bomb side, facing an awful lot of utility. And they have nothing to work with themselves. There's a couple of flashes on Apex. That's it.
They saw that retake smoke and they got very scared that someone was retaking the space. It's just Slack's holding with the AWP. Still got Hex jiggling at B with util ready. Swisher flash off Cat. Pistol coming his way, but it is this B hit for Vitality.
What are you going to do against these Molotovs, the smokes, the everything?
Oh, they could... Oh, no. Okay, they don't challenge it. We'll hold the smoke. Apex, again, unfortunately caught.
It's over. There's nothing Vitality can do here. As soon as that smoke disappears, if Hex is not making a massive mistake, he's going to put down a Molotov, and then what? It seems unwinnable. Another one coming in towards middle. Flamesy stuck in this position as well. Ooh, yeah. Almost an opening, and that's it. You have to go through a smoke, and it actually works somehow, some way.
ZywOo double kill. Lake and Swisher bailed them out. That was scary. ZywOo got the deep kill as Hex re-peeks. He walks into the headshot. That's one where your heart skips a beat for a moment, thinking you've trolled that one away.
Yeah, that was odd.
Good
Very
shots
odd.
for ZywOo, though. I want to see those. Cause
from his point of view, right?
Yeah, that was crazy coming through the smoke. Yeah, not ideal.
No.
Hex giving it up, but hey, it's bailed out. They knew it was a B hit. Just Slack's left on A. And Hex is very thankful for his team to keep this scoreline clean. 3-1, eco for Vitality. Rutro.
Are you worried now?
I've been worried since Overpass, Jacob.
I am. The more I watch, the more this smells like a massive upset.
God.
A 2-0 for M80.
Oh, dude, I think just the shock would be like, and okay, it's one day, it's one game. It spells a disaster. It spells a lower bracket run for Vitality. It's just the idea that we don't have Vitality in London, or we don't have Mezzi in London, could be crazy. I don't think anyone bargained for that. And yes, I am really getting ahead of myself, but 3-1, the rounds they're winning in the way they're winning them, very convincing for M80.
It would also be 3 losses in a row, should it happen. And I say it's been 3 maps in a row. And guess what the scoreline in the last 3 maps Vitality have played is?
13-3.
13-3 against Falcons and Train. 13-3 on Nuke versus Falcons. And now they just lost 13-3 on Overpass versus M80. We're talking 9 rounds in 3 maps for Vitality. The best team in the world, by the way.
Oh, stop, Jacob. Stop.
Well, they got 1 here now, so ahead of schedule, I guess.
Okay, well, yeah, 2 to go. Oh, run. The boost is in. Nice deagle for ZywOo. ZywOo is sort of back in a way. He's hit a couple of spicy shots. But obviously, eco round. Get him out.
Yeah, I mean,
8-0.
Round in isolation. I guess getting 2 kills with that investment is fine by Vitality, but at this point, we can't really be satisfied with that. They're going to go down 4-1. It's just a question of time before Flamesy goes out of the round. Does a bit of damage with the Glock, but wow. I did not see this one coming. Again, as we spoke about in Overpass, I think M80 so far has done a good job. The way they win the pistol was great. They lose the second round. That was sort of the first mistake they made. And then the instant response in round number 3, aggressive towards middle, pushing out catwalk from that moment and onwards, they've been the better playing team. And it almost sounds ridiculous to say, but right now, in all honesty, M80 is looking like the better playing team, without a doubt.
Stop.
Sorry. Glasses is on. I see it.
Eyes on the prize here for M80, trying to keep it clean. 4 long, hexed again, same nade that slows Vitality's roll into the tunnels. That molly will not, they go through, and he gets nothing from it. The nade
missed his timing.
Yeah, the nade really giving away the aim of the game there. And Vitality this time, don't fear it.
The question is what the response will be from M80. Are you instantly going to move into some potential stack and just gamble on the fact that Vitality is going to misread the scenario, or are you going to split out? For now, you have one player defending the B bomb side, 2 on A, and Swisher by himself on long. And Vitality, they're smart enough. Don't get me wrong here. Apex is smart enough not to take any rush decisions. They're slowly but surely going to acquire space on catwalk. FlameC is walking in right now, and question is, are they going to contest long? Because right now, there's 3 players from M80 defending this A bomb side. That's a good nade heading Messi as well. It's not unlikely that this round could still be close.
Yeah, the A split is nice, but the stack is maybe better.
Yeah.
Slacks pushed up close. Forces that headshot onto Robs in the back. Messy spray, but getting one is not the end of the world. Slacks has still got a chance. He's just got to pick his targets, pick his side. Oh, nice shot for ZywOo. Back, of course, just in time to maybe bail Vitality out. One flash is good, but Lake can't hit a shot, and he is all that stands, trapped in this bomb site, 3-on-1. ZywOo will not let this happen. 3 kills for ZywOo, looking to force Vitality back into this game one way or another.
That was a bit of an unfortunate timing right there. I liked the way he was playing on A bomb side, waiting for a flash from his teammate. The second the flash came, they were still behind the smoke on long. Had that flash come out, let's say half a second later, actually, it would have been potentially a multi-kill from the A player. Unfortunately for him, ZywOo gets him out of the round, and Vitality gets a second round to the name.
Sure, ZywOo kind of got, like, he didn't really get to play into that previous map, but I think that was part of the problem, being CT side or Overpass sounds great, but M80 kind of called perfectly around him. They avoided him most rounds. Yes, maybe he wasn't forcing the kills, but he wasn't making big mistakes necessarily. He was mostly avoided. So actually, on a map like Dust 2, now we get to see ZywOo actually play the game. It's making a world of difference, and it needs to, because we don't have many superstars awake here for Vitality. Missed shot for Slacks, you're not going to get many more. Finally wallbanged. Swisher dead as well. 2 in the B-bomb site. Sin, Dink, nothing more. Pistols out, ZywOo goes over, and that's more like it. High damage done to 2 players, but with no kills converted for M80, Vitality will start to build into this game. Are you worried now?
Worried on behalf of M80, worried on behalf of Slacks, off to a good start in this game. Obviously, a lot of impact with the duels and the pistol. Hit a couple of nice shots with the AWP early on as well, but that's 2 rounds in a row now where he's missed shots. And him playing outside of B in a round where they actually stack, correct?
Yeah.
They have 3 players towards B. Vitality is walking straight into it with a fast B split. If Slacks is hitting that first shot, that could completely change the tide of the round. So, worried from a standpoint of, is the individuals going to let down M80? Are they not good enough to hold up to their own? I guess that's maybe what we expected, that players like ZywOo, Messi down the line, FlameC, Robs, obviously from an individual standpoint, will outplay their opponents. But in terms of who's calling better right now, in terms of who's set up for the right calls, I mean, M80 still a step ahead of Vitality.
All right, let's see if that keeps up now. Money out of the game for M80. Got to take a full eco. Vitality get to draw up at 4-4. So maybe we have got a game on our hands. So this T side starts to build. ZywOo going for the cross shot, connects.
He's warmed up now, huh?
Yeah. That AK looked sharp. Little push up mid for M80. Vitality are cognizant.
Yeah, it's a bit of a free beat. That's a shot on towards Apex, and there we go. Messi, who has had a terrible game so far. Nowhere to be found on Overpass, nowhere to be found on Dust 2. Make no mistake, getting 3 kills here is not going to change that. looks better on the scoreboard, but we need to see a bit more from Messi as well. Vitality getting into the game now, equaling the scoreline 4-4, and this is a very important moment in the game now. For the first time in this game, M80 is under a bit of pressure. Lost a couple of rounds in a row. Haven't been able to figure out what to do versus Vitality. And with the overview I have, don't change anything. The round you just lost, the buy round, you had a 3-man stack towards B. You read the aim correctly. The round before that as well, Slacks had an opportunity to get a kill. So it's not that you're outplaying yourself sort of by making the wrong calls or making too many gamble stacks or whatnot. At this point, it's just the individuals from M80 that has to be a little bit sharper, as they have been on Overpass in the beginning of Dust 2.
They're still making their plays. Look at the B push. Hex up and in with the flash. Rops hears the steps. Hex won't overcommit. Still got util to block this bomb site.
He's been very aggressive so far, Hex. Doesn't seem scared at all. Was punished. A time in lower dark as well, and sometimes you see players, you know, with less experience, they'll be like, oh, that's it, I'm not going to be aggressive anymore. Hex seemingly doesn't care.
8 is good, but Hex avoids max damage. Molly on the short side, Slacks push back as well. Vitality taking more map control away from M80.
I love that Hex wasn't really baited out to use the smoke initially, but then seemingly they double smoked over here. They did a pressure smoke on the Vitality side. Hex used his, so that's going to put B under a bit of a pressure. Maybe it doesn't matter though, because Vitality seemingly wants to hit the A-bomb side.
Again, AAA, and with late tucked in this back position, he's also got a flash. The timing of the palm tree flash is very important. Hex can't afford to panic on the comms here. He's got a teammate by his side to hold this mid to B. It's Vitality coming in 25 seconds, making this catwalk split happen.
First kills.
Late lurking.
First kill wins the round.
Okay, let's see who gets it. Lake, oh, the molly is good, but they're so blind. You can't even see them. They're that blind. Lake gets that first kill. So M80, 15 seconds to buy time to stall out Vitality. Swisher stops Apex. Lake on the site, overwhelmed even with the flash. That bomb is not going to be allowed. Dun, dun, dun. Slacks hits his, and that is it. First kill does win the round. And it does make all the difference as it comes down to a ROPS 1v2 with no time on the clock.
Yeah, a little bit messy from Vitality. I think something went wrong in the communication. They left almost no time to get in. As you said, the first flash coming in from M80 was perfect. They laid them just long enough. Lake couldn't quite figure out where to get that kill, and then he stays alive. Yeah, that's a cool thing. He pulls out the USP, and instead of just instantly fighting, he actually stays alive for another 3 or 4 seconds, which allows Slacks, allows Swisher to come into the mix as well. And at this point, with only 8 seconds left, there's no way Vitality are going to win that round. So the first kill won the round, but basically by delaying and staying alive on the A-bomb side, they got it done. That's not pretty. No. That's not pretty.
Apex W down middle, because Zywoo was covering. And so he's way further than Slacks is ready. That's a nice change of pace here for Vitality. Trying to answer with a contact A. Knowing the AWP is gone, opens up the chance to walk down into the A site and 2 kills. You're not turning that down. Sin alone, lineup gone after 1. And this FAMAS not hitting the shots.
Well, actually, he put down Messi and Flameseed to 21 and 17 HP, but not getting the kill right here. Swisher's had a tremendous game so far. 12 kills to his name. Not going to win this round unless... Oh, no, spotted.
Oh.
There we go.
Okay, wait, low health. Zywoo.
There we go.
Overwhelmed. Swisher gets 2. Rob's on a big lurk, catching that kill. And Swisher trying to force this one more frag. He's got it. There is no kit, but there is a smoke. He throws it on it. Rob's playing very late from spawn. Swisher's read it. He's read it perfectly. Is this really going to come through for M80? What a play for Swisher. 4 kills. The perfect read on Rob's reposition. And that is M80 picking up another buy round.
It's all Swisher. Player in lower dark had a small window of opportunity, gets spotted by ROPS, gets killed, and then in the meantime, Swisher is finishing the job with the FAMAS. He actually put down 2 players to 17 and 21 HP in the beginning. That's beautiful. Was aware the last player was hiding over in the corner. Flameseed can do nothing about it. ROPS repositions. I don't even blame him, but at that point, that's just clinical from Swisher. That cannot happen. Vitality. That is a must-win round. Look at the economy as well. Had they won this, which they should, there would have been no money whatsoever on the side of M80.
Swisher is ferocious right now. 16 and 4. I'd say last game, like, we had sick entry work from Lake. You know, Hex was also finding a lot of impact, but I would say the MVP was Sin with the cooling, just managing to avoid Vitality, managing to, you know, dodge stacks. But right now, it's individuals showing up and bailing them out in important rounds on the CT side. Slacks just keeps getting caught off guard.
Yeah, he's been the one downside so far. As I said, he was 8-0? Yeah. Started strong in the pistol, but started to miss shots already in round 3, and ever since he's kept up that trend, that's a bit of an issue for M80, but if Vitality can convert a 4v2 or 5v4, then does it really matter?
Yeah, I'm not counting M80 out of anything right now. Trying to force his kill in middle. Rops is behind the smoke. Meanwhile, out long. Second chance at life for Swisher. You'll take it. Wait, who? Did he shoot his teammate? Did Swisher dink Lake in the face? I don't even know. No, Flames he did. I'm just confused. They're up long. They're up short. They've won the round.
Yeah, fall apart right here for M80. Again, hate to point it out, but Slacks with the AWP, the aggression hasn't worked out for him. Pushed out Catwalk, got denied by Apex, pushes towards middle right here and misses a shot, to be completely honest. The play here is not bad. He just straight up missed the shot. It's not like Flame C instantly killed him or couldn't do anything about that. So I guess that's the one downside so far for M80 on Dust 2 right here. The all play from Slacks hasn't worked out. The rest has, and let's be honest, you look at Swisher, he's 16-5, he's having the game of his life, and it's still competitive here for Vitality.
The quick cat splits have done wonders to Vitality's T side. It's when they've let it go a little bit too slow, we've seen problems. It's a low buy though for M80. So they feel the freedom to make a move. Flash push denied. Swisher gets his at long, of course. 17-5. 8 on the smoke. Nothing to see here. Vitality up short. And M80 maybe just grouping in mid together to try and fight some more. Flash, Scout really trying to force this damage. Hits a second. Ooh, Molly's a problem. Teammate burnt out. Sing gets cleared. And Vitality got a lot of freedom right now. Kills just keep coming though. Lake pushing up. Spotted from lower. Gets his. Zai was caught with a bomb. Careful, careful, careful. Headshot onto the orb. Oh no, not another one of these, surely. Not another 2v4 for M80. Caught on the jump. And they know Slacks was in middle with the Scout, so that's an easy finish as Vitality net 6 rounds on their T side. Folks, we've got a game. Vitality M80. Who would have thought this one was going to be a banger? 6-6 at the half after a stomp on Overpass. M80 are a map in the pocket, and Vitality are coming in cold to blast open London. They want to qualify to the top 6 to go to the Wembley Stadium and get to fight on land. Right now, it's just online. And M80, comfortable.
Yeah, starts with a pistol there for Vitality. Would be nice to win one of those. Haven't been successful with that so far. Rups peeks out with the dual elites from lower dark and gets a nice entry, and that sets the tone for this one. M80 has won no ground whatsoever, still stuck in T-spawn. 3 players outside long, 1 player outside the B tunnels, and that should pretty much do it for Vitality for now. Seem like they're regrouping back towards the B bomb side, and right now there's technically no player on the B bomb side, but Rups is hoovering around in lower dark, and there's still 2 players in middle, so not too worried on behalf of Vitality.
When Sin talks, I listen. I learn. Into this B bomb site. Rups rather though. Perfect guns for the job. Can't get anything. Fast rotation. Vitality moving 2 players into position to stop this rush. Rups dead. Mezzi has to make up, but mollied at the back of the site. He's only got a thin pillar to hide behind. Hits his. Zaiwu has that cross as well. They're getting turned to dust here in this pistol. Nice hold for Zaiwu and Mezzi in the B site.
I don't blame M80 for thinking getting Rups in lower dark right here is their opening in towards the B bomb side, and technically it could have been, but as we saw, you had 2 players in towards middle. You have Zaiwu fighting an awful lot in middle to begin with as well, so I would have loved to see M80 just drag out the pace a little bit. You get the kill on towards Rups and you even out the playground, and Dust 2 is a big map, so there's a lot of field, so to speak, to cover on the CT side. Instead, you're walking into a stack where the 2 Vitality players rotating in as fast as possible, Messi and Zaiwu getting the job done, and I feel like, without having to sell the game already, Hugo, that was kind of the opportunity for M80.
Yeah.
Win the pistol, convert, that gives you a little bit of a leeway and gives you a bit of a payload to sleep on. I doubt now that it's going to be possible for them to get it done here in Dust 2. Zaiwu has woken up.
It's going to get very hard on T-side gun rounds, especially with no force buy looming.
I do, however, like that they're just, sticking to the Glocks right here, making sure that you have a full buy coming into the next. Not quite sure if Slack should pick up the scout, to be honest.
It's going to do it back-to-back, right? So
yeah, I guess, and that's okay. That being said, though, yeah, true. It's just every time we saw him with the op on the CT side, it hasn't really been working out for him. Went 1 for 4 in opening kills, and that's not good enough if you're playing the CT side op.
Yeah, definitely had opportunities as well. Caught off a lot. Boost gets shut down by Apex from a boost of his own. They climb back up Cat. And Apex has read it. Pulling back to the bomb site. Oh, no one fires off the info flash there. Run boost. Bit of a limp one. They make it in though. Dink down range. Wall bang to find Apex, but oh my god, Slack's chill. Forget the orb. He's a scouter.
Yeah.
Plant would be nice.
Can he?
Oh, I don't think he believes though. It's going to be a fake out. Ooh, there was a chance. One more shot to Flames, but Vitality win the anti-eco as they should.
Yeah, that's not too bad. That was potentially a very good round coming in here for M80. Had he gotten another kill, that would have taken a big dent into the economy of Vitality. However, they get to rebuy, get to put some more M4s in their hands right now. So, in theory, the next round is just going to be even harder for M80 to win. However, if they were to win it, that's when you apply pressure on towards the economy of Vitality. This is it now for M80. You have to win the first round right here. You have to make something happen. And it starts with Slacks hitting some nice shots with the scout. If he can continue down that trend, then maybe, just maybe, we still have a game on our hand.
No cross shot this time. Mezzi and Robs in that B bomb site. And they go through the motions, clearing lower. No mid smoke.
Oh, and they still have a decent amount of utility to work with. The thing is, do you want to spend all that utility gaining map control and then hinder yourself when you have to do an execute potentially to end the round? Or do you want to take a couple of gambles, a couple of risks where you maybe don't use an extra smoke, you don't use this extra Molotov on towards Catwalk, and then potentially gain more map control without spending too much utility into it? It's always a risk-reward scenario, and seemingly M80 is using all the utility so far to gain that map control, to get closer to a position where they can then execute.
They're out long, but they're also out mid. Swisher might get lost to the wind here. Messi's committed. Oh my god, he turns from a flash perhaps, but that's when they peek him. Robs gets one from the window. There's no one splitting tunnel. It's all through the door. Robs could have won the round right there, then and there. It's still savable. Swisher late from long, covers his teammate in lower, and this gets awkward real quick for Vitality. They know they have to go. They know they have to take the timing for the 2-on-1 in the bomb site, but the scout connects. Tag down range. ZywOo traded. Apex in the 1v1, and which way does Swisher come from? He hasn't read it. Does he go check from the door? Apex jumping through and Swisher jumps to the gun. He's had a great game, but caught in the air as he tried to hunt down Apex. Maybe thinking he'd stick because he knew Swisher was far away.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate for Swisher, so unfortunate for M80. I love what Vitality are doing. They realized the only way we win this round now is by applying the pressure towards the B-bomb side straight away, because you had a player in lower tunnels, you had a player top middle. For Swisher right here, Apex, he taps it the first time. At that point, you gotta gamble. You gotta gamble that, like, no matter what, had Apex had the kit, which he did, then he would have had the defuse if he would have stuck it. Now, for Swisher, his point of view is that, okay, if he doesn't have the kit, then he could potentially still stick it, but at that point, you have to take the gamble, because that was pretty much the only way you could have won the round. So
I think he's just realizing the call that Apex is going to get is late top mid. So he could be anywhere, could be tunnels mid.
It's just a bit of a panicky scenario right here.
I would have loved him to like fake steps, like run and then stop.
Sure.
That would have probably, even if Apex is sticking, probably gets him off the bomb, let Swisher stabilize, but yeah.
It's always easier said than done, especially for us with the overview, but it was a massive opportunity for M80. ZywOo, as we spoke about, has warmed up into this game, has played great so far. Same could be said for Apex, was nowhere to be found on Overpass, but now everything is going according to plan for Vitality. Dealing with this nice and easily.
Since kill absence didn't matter on Overpass, but it certainly isn't helping here on Dust 2, 4 and 13, as Vitality start to just run away with this CT side. Again, a couple of opportunities, Jacob, that B hits in the pistol right there in that post plant. I mean, if these rounds come through, Vitality's money is rocky and there's opportunity. But right now, it's a clean CT side. ZywOo 2 KD, certainly back, hitting his shots that Slack struggled with. It right now is pointing to a 3-map affair.
Yeah, and I think that's fair to say that despite the scoreline 10-6, people may tune in now and be like, yeah, that's what we expected. This game is not close at all, but there's been a couple of very competitive moments in the game that could have gone and probably should have gone the way of M80, at least in one of those occasions. And had that happen, as you said, the economy and the pressure would have been different. Sin taking a massive gamble right here, and it's kind of paying off. Yeah,
you'll take that. You also know ZywOo's close mid. Does that change your mind on this B hit? It's going to be Robson, ZywOo in B.
That's the thing. They know they kill Messi, and he's not supposed to be there. So I think had it been a kill on towards ZywOo or Robs, then they probably would have gone for the B, but they quickly realized that killing Messi, that means that something is up.
Well, Robs has actually been anchoring in a few of these rounds here, and Messi's been playing on the hill. His double orb is waiting at the B bomb site. They don't know about the second one, though. ZywOo picked, and realizing it's a 2-1 setup now, and they can go B, but Robs can still win it out with the AWP, holding the line, hits his shot. Now they've got a quick, oh my god, 2 kills. They've got to hit the headshot quickly. Molly is good, the jiggle is out. Robs finds 3 before he burns. That is more than you can ask for a one-man hold. 1v2 for Slacks. He's got the bomb, the util in. But now it's going to come down to the fights. They can just swing off of this plant. Flames is going through, and that's the round for Vitality.
Yeah.
What a hold for Robs.
What a hold from Robs. You take nothing away from him. That's beautiful. You gotta hit the shots, but it's prematurely coming in for M80 right here. The idea of isolating Robs, knowing that you have a 2-1 scenario, hitting the B bomb side, that's great. I don't want to fault them for that, but you had utility, you had a Molotov as well. You could have done it and executed a little bit more elegant, so to speak, and made it significantly harder for Robs to get a triple kill. That's the thing, right? That's the difference between when you're playing against the best teams in the world. Players like Robs will punish you for not executing with style, so to speak. And it was not tough enough. It was not made hard enough for Robs to hit those shots. And he's good enough to hold up to his own. So
definitely feels like they get caught off guard by the orb, though.
Yeah, maybe. But then again, like with Molotovs, with flashes, you know you have a 2-1 scenario. You smoked off CT spawn. You have all the time in the world to isolate Robs. It's not that you have to hit the bomb site quickly. You just have to get over there quickly and start the execution early on. So a bit of a mistake right here. And you can clearly see that installs a bit of confidence in Vitality. Apex all the way up in towards T-spawn as well. Goes unaccounted for, and it's kind of starting to fall apart. Unless, there you go.
How did they know?
I don't know.
How did they know? He wasn't running up mid. That's a crazy check for Lake.
Yeah.
Unless the suicide play called it, but it felt like Apex was walking it. Mezzi crashes. Oh dear.
Yeah.
3v4 now.
Maybe that's an opening.
Oh, but M80 will take it. Damage done.
Messi had some tech issues in Overpass as well. So see if that's going to be a trend throughout this game. For now, though, it puts on a lot of pressure towards Vitality. 2 players moving up catwalk. You have Robs in middle defending by himself.
Hey, guys, B player crashed. Let's go B.
Well, maybe they're scared Robs is up there with an AWP.
Yeah, but he's not back plat this time. He's going to get shot in the back. There's no one covering CT spawn. If Lake just goes, wins the round. There it is. Kill on the plate. Lake tucks in. 2 will do as ZywOo drops in spawn. And yeah,
that's going to feel rough, right? Especially because Messi crashed. I mean, if you're Vitality right now, you're thinking to yourself, that's the only reason they win this round. So good for M80, obviously, to capitalize in that moment. Very unfortunate for Vitality. Very unfortunate for Messi. And let's hope that's not going to be a trend. Let's hope that's not going to be a factor.
You don't want that to be a caveat to the win. You don't want them to win now and like, oh yeah, well, you know, in the crucial 4v4.
Wait, did Lake just disappear as well?
Did he?
What happened?
No.
Oh, no. Okay, never mind.
Your eyes are deceiving you. Everything's okay. Except for Messi.
He was alive?
Oh, it's because the HUD's swapping. He's coming back in and out.
Ah. Okay.
Was he alive? He was
killed
alive.
Robs.
No, Flames killed him. In mid. You're crazy.
I'm crazy.
It's okay.
I don't know. This whole commentating thing, it's not my jam.
No, you're getting to grips with it. I think you're doing great. Got a pretty crazy game ahead of you. M80 with an opportunity, Jacob.
With an opportunity, 11-7. The game is definitely not over.
Dude, that's such a clear. Like, he must have known something.
But he did disappear. You're wrong. Look at that, Lake.
DC. What do you mean?
Look at that.
What?
Lake disappeared. Or was it Messi who disappeared?
That was Messi DC, bro.
I'm so confused
You're
right
tripping.
now. When did Lake die?
He died to Flames top mid. After the 3K.
Lake did not disappear.
Production confirmed it.
But he got 3 kills.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
It's okay. We're back in.
Messi's
in the server. You're cooked.
Making the Houdini on me. Anyway, Messi's back. Not a lot of money in the tank of Vitality. They need to win this round, otherwise we may have a game on our hands. So for M80, this is the moment. This is the time to capitalize.
Can Slacks wake up? Because, like you said, 8-0 at the start of the game. Big 4K with the Julies. Hit a couple of shots early with the AWP, but then just kind of disappeared. Got caught off by aggressive timings for Vitality. Apex down middle. Flamesy through the mid doors. And he can never really recover.
He could very well be the catalyst here for M80 to make this game close. You're right. They have an awful lot of space in middle. Vitality are playing very defensively, and I like it. They have the double up setup, so no need to push the boundaries too much. They trust in the individuals. They trust in the double kill potential in Robs, the double kill potential in Flamesy and ZywOo. Pressure on towards Catwalk right here, trying to sell a dream, but you can clearly see where this is heading. Bomb outside dark tunnels, and they want to do another B-split, don't they?
Apex is not buying it. He heard the fake steps, but Sin's gone back, and Apex stays in middle the whole time. They seem pretty sure this one's going B. Oh, Apex? What was he? He was like lost in the sauce there, maybe looking at the map. Robs has got the cover. This second AWP is coming through right now for Vitality. Now back in the B bomb site, Hex has got a very difficult job. 4-15 on Hex. Really having a stinker. And getting past Robs in this position is not going to make it easier. Smoked off at 30 seconds. They just feel like they have to commit to mid to B, huh? Bomb's going back up Cat, though. Apex in a strong position, just in time.
That was the time.
Yeah, this one's just getting strung out. Flamesy farms 2 more, but you're not winning this round, M80. Give it up.
I like the setup from M80. They had a pretty decent idea of what they wanted to do. Rob's getting the kill that completely spins it out of control for M80, and then you see a bit of that indecisiveness coming out for them. They're not quite sure whether or not they can execute the B-split, or if they should go back to A. The problem for them is that we didn't get to see that. Another smoke came in from Vitality. They smoked off tunnels again with 40, 35 seconds left, and at that point they make the decision to go back in towards middle, but that's what happens at Counter-Strike at the very highest level. If you're indecisive, if you're hesitating just for a couple of seconds and everyone is feeling, are we doing this, are we doing that, then it becomes a little bit messy. And of course, when you're playing against Vitality, even a Vitality playing at maybe 50 or 60%, they will punish that sort of hesitation. So well done to Vitality for making it happen now, obviously. And for M80, well, maybe we're starting to see the level that we expected coming into the game.
We're definitely getting the ZywOo we expect. 22-12. His AWP has just been barraging down on this M80 side. A 1-round T-half, and not sure if it's going to get better. Repeat for ZywOo, gets his second. 2 kills to take us to Inferno. Good cover. Saves ZywOo's life, and he's back for a third. ZywOo, it's a 1 map off He clocks in for his shift, and Vitality look to run away with this game. There it is. Inferno will decide this series between M80 and Vitality. It's going to be a long day in the office for M80.
Boys of M80, are you going to try to speed up the process? Are you going to try to play as aggressive as you were successful with on Overpass and early stages on Dust 2? Or do you lean a bit more into the map on Inferno, where it's always a balance, you know? It's always certain fast-paced rounds. It's always certain ad pops going up banana fighting for control. You can really dictate the pace an awful lot on the CT side with your utility users as well. So I'm curious to the pacing of the game. I think the faster the game will be played, the more likely Vitality are to win. So if I'm M80, I would see if I can stall it out just a little bit and then find your timing, find your right moments when you pick up the speed.
Okay, I like it. Let's see what we get out of this T side. Pistol is slow. It is calculated. Apps control. Bomb back at ramp, and Slack's holding for a banana push. Vitality getting curious. Decoy to clear the corner. Did hit Flames. That is info. That's all they wanted, knowing he's close. Robs back in pit. Is he exploitable, like the desk suggest? Or is it just jest? Side by side with Mezzy. Long control taken. They're going for the B-split.
That's a nice opening from Swisher right here. That is going to be the B-split. Saivu, man of the hour now, has to get a couple of kills, and he can't get anything done. Even Apex gives up his position. That should be it, and especially when you consider Messi once again leaves the server.
That's 3 maps in a row he's crashed.
I need a new PC, man.
Yeah, someone sort this guy out. Put him in the boot camp.
I'll be honest here, though. That wouldn't have made a difference, right? So take nothing away from M80. They would have won this round regardless of Messi crashing out. Mentally, it's tough.
You're crashing out of live rounds.
You never know when it's going to happen, right?
Yeah, 3 times in this series. He's crashed once per map. He started early on Inferno. Dear, oh dear.
What's going on in the UK? Is it hot over there? Is it overheating? Or?
I don't know. M80 seem fine.
Yeah,
they're on fire. They're in Britland right now.
One would argue that Messi probably could afford a new PC or a good PC or something. Yeah, he's just a bit unlucky.
I think you might need to. He's not really been home though, Jacob. He doesn't really play online games.
Oh,
you know?
That's true. That's true.
He's kind of a land god. Yeah, not ideal. M80 though, yeah, like you said, they won that pistol off merit, not off of Merriman.
Yeah, another one going their way. Now let's see if they can convert it. They have won. Is that 4 out of the 5 pistols we played so far in this series? Struggled to convert a couple of times, so that's gonna be name of the game. Messi seems to be alive. That's good. So it's just a crash and then straight back into the game. At the very least, it's been fast, but obviously, if there's anything he can do to make sure that you don't crash again, that'll be ideal. Yeah.
What can you do this game right now?
I'm not a technician. I have honestly no clue.
I mean,
I'm the type of guy I turn on the PC, and if it doesn't turn on, I'm like, oh, come on, man.
What do you do?
I don't know. I have no clue. I have a friend.
Okay.
I have one friend.
You know a guy.
Computer. I know a guy.
Computer guy.
Computer guy.
Yeah. I call J-Raz.
Yeah.
Bails me out.
Okay.
Him or Rush. It's not ideal. Pistols have been split across this series, though. We have had each of them take 1 per map. Back on Overpass, Vitality won the pistol. M80 forced, picked it up, went on a big streak. Then they won the second pistol, closed the game. And then we had a bit of back and forth at the beginning of Dust 2. Vitality winning 2nd round, but then M80 also winning 3rd round, and they went on a streak, and then Vitality just swept their CT side.
Kind of evens out, yeah.
Yeah, so will the conversion come through this time is the question for M80 when they need it. Vitality got caught in kind of uncomfortable positions there.
19 kills and 3 disconnects so far.
Oh, it's a sad stat.
I mean, as long as there's more kills than disconnects for now, then I think that's better.
Be impressive the other way around.
Let's see, Vitality. That's one thing they're very good at, even at the highest level. That's one of the
disconnecting.
Yeah, that too. But actually winning these 2nd rounds on Inferno CT side, I've seen it plenty of times.
And Apex, he's been all over the Mag 7 today. Inferno Banana. That's actually one of the stronger places.
Yeah.
Not if you get HE'd. Ooh. This is a bit deep. Jump shot. Go on. Do it.
Surely they know. They must have seen Vitality do this. They must have seen Apex do it.
They're holding nades.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it. Yeah, okay. On the stomp. He's not going to jump. He's waiting for commit. He finds a double. Mag 7 back as he finds 3-4 off the jump. Apex. That's one way for the RNG to fall in your favor. No way. Get them all. Zywu will finish it, but Apex, a delight in Banana.
That's
Mag
beautiful.
7 finds 4.
That is beautiful from Apex. Take nothing away from him, but let's be honest. You and I, we watch a lot of Counter-Strike, and I assume that M80 does the same thing. They must be aware that this is a potential from Apex. He's been doing it over and over and over again. This is not a one-trick thing. This is not something that is not occurring quite often. We saw it at EWC as well. You know, had a couple of plays with that on Dust 2. I remember a massive play from Apex. So for M80 not to be more aware and maybe spend a bit more utility on at least making sure that's not going to be the case. Half wall is by far the most effective position to have a Max 7. I mean, I've been very positive for M80 so far in this game, but that's not good enough, you know? That is just not good enough.
Yeah, but it's funny.
Yeah, true.
You consider that angle?
Oh, that's NA Counter-Strike. That's just, you know,
true.
how do we best describe that?
Yeah.
I guess one word, funny.
Oh, it's a sad way to lose to the second round.
Especially for the competitiveness of the game. Now, obviously, they bought into this one as well, hoping that Lake can make some magic happen, but if they were to lose this one, go down 3-1. I mean, knowing Vitality, have warmed up into it after Dust 2, and knowing the strength of Vitality, it makes you think that we could have one of those scenarios where the dream was alive, Overpass was cool, but then they never really got close to pulling off the big upset. And in all fairness, I think M80 has played well enough to at least get close to that feeling. Flamesy, under a lot of pressure, gets a little bit of help from a flash from Apex. 2 kills is more than enough.
Piss off. If you don't have the Mag 7, you can't jump on the half wall with a Galil.
He says, watch me.
Yeah, and I watched him die, but at least he takes 2 with him. Messi holding the flash for Apex.
What now, M80? Right, you have to execute. 30 seconds left. There's no point in saving this. You have to go in.
Full send.
Yeah.
Apex ready to fight. Oh, flash to stall them, getting into position. They don't have a Molotov.
No, they're not going to check backside. They have no time. They see the flashes where they came from.
Gotta go. Chop, chop. Make it in. 10 seconds. Oh, Apex. That's a really early peak. I feel too early. Messi plays off of him, but oh, he could have. I don't think he's got it. And so that is the round. Oh, scary though.
Thank God for Apex right here. That was a massive mistake. I see no point whatsoever in peeking out, especially considering there's only 3 players left from M80. So the theory here is that with 10 seconds left of the round, one of those players will have to dedicate himself to plant the bomb, which means Apex only has to fight 2 at a time instead of 3. So you're actually making the odds of you finding a fight or a winnable fight significantly higher if you just wait 2 more seconds in that position from Apex, because then there can't be 3 players facing you, tops 2.
Yeah, he also peaked like oranges, and sure, maybe they were going to plant there, but it's not the normal plant spot.
No, he's just got a bit, you know, a little bit trigger happy in that sense. He just wanted to make that play, and had he waited 2 more seconds, the likelihood of him getting a kill was significantly higher.
For sure. Even with Messi coming through. I mean, they win the round.
Yeah.
But at what cost? And unfortunately, Lake gets killed after time, so he loses his gun and his money. And it's not going to get better. It's not picking up here for M80.
No.
They've got to take this M4 and put it to use, but Slacks 50, Hex no armor. Vitality, I'd say they're back.
For now, yeah. Also gonna see Slacks not get on to an AWP anytime soon with the economy management he's holding over there. Down to a big fat 0 in the bank. Maybe he can get some money by getting a kill. There we go, $300 in the bank. That's gonna help him. Well, absolutely not at all. But that's another 300 and potentially some damage done to the economy of Vitality. So that's always something. Bomb is still down Banana, and they can't really contest this smoke. So winning this round seems almost impossible. But a little more damage to the economy of Vitality. There we go. What are you doing, Robs? What are you doing, Vitality, at this point?
Bit of a bold peek from top mid.
I'm
They
pissed
could
off
get
now.
the bomb and go A.
They
could, if they ran. That smoke is demanding respect. Apex has a Molotov. Get it down. Spam might just finish this for Apex. They're split up. Now you... Oh, they are going to go A. Okay, Flames read this super early in the round, though, so I think he's won it just off position. As long as the cover is There's a chance. 8, 7, 6. Flames waits, and he takes the shot. There's no cover. The trade is too late. The round is won. 4 kills for Slacks. Bloody nice try, if I say so myself.
Yeah, the issue for him is that he again survives, you know, and doesn't get any bonus, but he then saves the M4A1S. So 1,200 in the bank, so he can buy some armor. He can keep the gun, but Vitality, come on. That is just laziness.
That's not what I expect from Rops to peek top mid in that position.
No, not at all. It's uncalled for. You could check, you know, you could shoulder peek, you could take the first duel, and you could get away with it, but he peeks out one more time and basically puts Vitality under risk of potentially losing the round.
Let's go.
They don't really seem to give a shit, luckily.
No, and that's the thing why Vitality can make an awful lot of mistakes and still have the individual powers to win this game, but personally, when I watch something like that, I want to see it punished. I want to see them lose. I want to see them face the consequences of doing something that stupid.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Tell me how you really think.
That's exactly what I think. I tend not to hold back. That's a lot of damage. Ooh.
Big nade. Spam, AWP tag, everything. Kind of every damage input for Vitality. M80 get overstimulated in middle.
Yeah, and such an important round as well for M80 to get back into the game, and you feel like at this point, do we save? Do we go for it? You have Hex at 18 HP, switch it down to 41.
Been saving this whole half.
Yeah.
Dying after time.
That's true, but I mean, it's probably the right thing to do. Hex trying his luck here, see if he can find a timing, but seems unlikely.
Ooh.
Unless
they're going to swing through that. No. Hex can't. Too low. Swisher not doing much healthier. And the smoke. Saiwu. The kills are going to be right there. You could have taken them, but he stalls it out, so Apex's smoke fades as well. Plays it smart.
Save at this point.
Yeah, 30 seconds, but Flamesy's moving in on Banana, so even the save ain't guaranteed. They're going to try and make it work. Oh, Robs is really having a stinker. Oh, ugly shot. Saiwu has this cross covered. He needs to hit one, though, and they're coming out of apps right now, jumping with a flash. Nade in the sight. Mezzi can just win this whole thing right now on his own. Nade on the smoke. Saiwu can't see him. Apex's nade does it instead. That's 3 HE kills in this round, and they line up at the end. They really get strung out there.
Yeah, there was a window of opportunity right here. I like the call of coming 2 players out of apartments as we see Apex trying to install some, I guess, more confidence and hype into the Vitality camp. Flamesy left by himself in that bomb site. Had they been a little bit quicker to execute M80, obviously unknowing that was the case, then they could have won that round, or at least could have made it close, but the grenade damage in this round, 3 kills just solely coming from the grenades, and then obviously see Hex run around with 13 HP. Also, as a consequence of the good grenade damage in the early rounds, it was almost impossible for M80 to do anything right here. Another round where they force a little, let's call it a calculated force buy. A couple of deagles, Tech 9s, a little bit of armor, and a couple of utility pieces in the bank here. Not much M80 can do. I feel like this game is slipping out of their hands right now. I was hoping for a close one.
Yeah, well, you know, 4-1. Give him time, but the grenades are really still wrecking M80. Pistol headshot, 4 kills for Flame. That last kill, run that back, please. Replay. How did he get that 4th kill? The fadeaway USP final tick headshot.
Probably something like that. Something dirty. Something dirty.
Nice round for Flames. He did shut down the half by, and yeah, these rounds are getting cleaner and cleaner for Vitality. 5-1 CT side.
That's the thing, right? I spoke about it coming.
Ooh. I don't even see it. I don't even see it.
That's crazy. That's crazy. The problem for M80 is they haven't been close, right? You haven't seen a single round where they obtain banana control, go in to execute on banana late into the round, having 4 or 5 players alive. Same could be said for the bigger bomb side. So, yeah, you're down 5-1. You could argue had it been close rounds, or had you been, you know, close to getting it done, sort of, maybe there would be a bit of a hope right now. But as a player on the server in the M80 camp, right now you're feeling you're getting owned. Great example right here. You're out of T-spawn 30 seconds into the round, and you gained no ground whatsoever. You're taking 100 damage in grenade utility already. So it does feel like they're not only playing from behind, but we're not even close getting anything done. And having that feeling as a player on the server, that is the absolute worst, especially when you then look at the scoreboard and your opponent is all Vitality.
Yeah, it's not much better, is it? And retake of Banana again here for Vitality. They're in the car. They still have more grenades to stop and execute. Just buying so much time in this position. Oh, another molly. M80 trying to take back the corner. And so they're given that. Oh, Flames, he denies with this. Oh, dear. Okay, mollied again. Bales doesn't want to give them anything. He still has another molly smoke. So many grenades cash in this B bomb site. Apex flashing through the long side, bit audacious. Denied, opening up into spawn. 30 seconds, okay, M80. It's not going to be a normal execute, but it is just going to be the contact play into the bomb site. Spot from far away, boost coming in at the same time. Mezzi can get a multi-kill here from this position. He needs to, and they all line up through the smoke. 3 shots. They're both low. It is winnable. That nade is big. The follow-up comes in. There's time to plant. M80 bailing themselves out of a 2v4.
Great repositioning from Swisher now. Playing the sandbags position. Question is Robs aware? Is he gonna check? A flash comes up right here. Not gonna do anything to Swisher. He wins that duel, and now they know where Robs is at. Throwing that flash. It's gonna be difficult. A 1v1 now, picking up the M4A1S. This is possible. Still has a kit. Unaware where Hex is.
No idea. It's fast, and Hex forces that fight off the footsteps. Uses the audio to his advantage, and despite Mezzi's miraculous 3K down in pool, it's still shut down by M80. As CT spawn control goes a long way. Nading back dark. Mezzi's super low. What a crazy combo, and still they win it out.
That was a good call, though, and a good round from M80, especially from Hex to find that loophole and towards middle, getting in towards CT spawn, and it kind of forces Flamesy and Messi to make that calculated gamble where Messi has to stay in pool, Flamesy has to do something in order to take away attention and give up his position. So, as you said, a triple kill from Messi, that was the best you could hope for, but even then, it's a hard round to win. So, for the first time here on the T side, well played by M80. Executing around to a decent level and got a round to show for now. The question remains is, can you win 2 in a row? Can you apply some pressure? Can you force Vitality to save the next round? And then maybe we can start to have the conversation about a game here on Inferno. However, if you lose this round, we're back to square one.
It's just been so much harassment in Banana, and it looks like they want to go back for more with Apex and Flames pushing back in.
At least you're 50 seconds into the round now, and you don't have 3 players down to 20 HP, which has been the case throughout this entirety of the first half. So
no more HEs.
No, that's a step in the right direction, so to speak.
Avoided the damage, but can they avoid the fights? Because Lake's been mollied out, forced into this engagement. The turn off the flash is what gets him that opening kill. Apex has no more grenades unless there's something thrown back in spawn for him to block this B bomb site. Picks up one more Molotov. That's all it is. Robs multi-kill in apartments. Zywoo's flashed off the angle. He's not been pressured on this A site recently, and so let's see how Zywoo holds. Pushing back in, trying to get one wide shot on the jiggle, and he escapes with his life. Cover from the pit. 3v1, just fighting as Vitality edge their way closer and closer to that victory lane. 6-2. Been a very nice recovery from Vitality after an abysmal overpass.
That's what you want to see from Robs as well. You know, playing with confidence, finding the timing on towards Slacks, and then one would argue Hex probably should have had that refrag, but probably not ready for Robs to just wide swing him towards Boiler. And as we spoke about Zywoo, he came alive on Dust too. So a lot of the win conditions for Vitality. Robs starting to play well. Coming into this map, he was the worst rated player on the team. He's been doing well so far. Zywoo has picked up the AWP. Gotten some impact, and it's hard to find too many reasons as to why M80 should find their way back into this game. I think up until this point they have performed better than I would have expected. They've done a good job, obviously winning Overpass in the fashion they did, and to those of you just joining now, yes, the scoreline on Dust 2 seems very one-sided. I think there were a couple of moments in that game where it could have been very close, a couple of rounds that should have gone the way of M80 that definitely could have applied more pressure towards Vitality, but on Inferno so far, just by watching the first 8 rounds, it does feel like Vitality is now not only one step ahead, but maybe 2 or 3. So that window of opportunity that M80 had in the first map and a half, that seems to be completely gone now.
Shooting for the moon here with another half by Hero Rifle. Pistols fast up Banana. It's actually allowed by Vitality, who just play Molly. They're trying to set up retake util. This has come very quick, this take. Grenade over the top. Nothing comes for free. And somehow allowed to jump back into spawn. Apex audaciousness not punished. It's Flamesy swinging, finding that rifle.
More had the nades. Apex looking at the ground, thinking someone dropped something for me. I think he found it right there.
He's got a T-molly as well. He's got double molly still left here.
There we go.
It's got a bit of everything to go around here for Vitality.
Yeah.
M80 will walk back towards middle.
At this point, I feel like, and it may sound harsh to say, and I'm not sure I'm allowed to say it as a commentator, but
Oh, go on.
there's losing in style here. Right? For M80, I think the goal obviously still is to remain competitive and try to win the game, but realistically speaking, that's no longer realistic from my point of view. So there's also something called losing in style. So can you execute a couple of cool rounds and maybe apply a bit of pressure to Vitality? You go out in a fashion where like, yeah, we felt okay about this performance. Nothing worse than losing a map where you feel like you had no chance of winning it whatsoever, because then the feeling within the team is like, yeah, Overpass was cool and all, but we can't really use it for anything. We can't really do much with it. And even this kill, you know, it looks good on the scoreboard, but what is it really good for? They're going to try to walk into the B-bomb side, and FlameC maybe will be checked, maybe he won't. Let's see.
There we go. Yes, he will. Forget losing with style. How about winning with cringe? Let's see what M80 can do. Popping back into this B bomb site. A lot of wraps on this B CT flank. Saiwu coming in with a pistol. Bit of info gifted by Robs. He's really had a strugglesome series. Saiwu walking in. Oh my god, wait, where's the kill? Slacks is looking at him. Yeah, holding the shot. Finally takes him. Robs running out of time. Oh, knife out. Bit of info. Can't get around that corner. Surely Robs try to track him down. But they've run away and they've won the round. Robs realizes that now. 1v2 to escape. And they're here for the kill. It's never going to come for free. Robs 2 to the good. 3 to the good, but still the round for M80.
Yeah, that's a good turnaround for M80. You're not wrong.
Done.
Winning another round. Making it 3. A little bit lazy from Vitality again. I feel like the 2 rounds out of the 3 they won has been... As I said on Overpass, I feel like all the rounds M80 were winning. That was up to them playing well, executing well, really doing a good job. If I apply the same logic right here on Inferno, 2 of the rounds that M80 has won so far is Vitality messing up massively. So it's hard for me to give too much credit. Again, it takes a good team to punish mistakes, but it does feel like Vitality are just a little bit lazy here. There was no point whatsoever in losing this round. They had that under full control until they didn't.
Yeah, Apex, awkward timing to turn in spawn. Opened up that path. Vitality. They can re-establish themselves by winning this gun round. M80 have never had money at any point in this game as a virtue of all those saves, all those players dying after time. Just really were in the hole to start this map. Nice shot for Robs.
Yeah, the same could be said for Vitality if they were to lose this round, but another key round not seemingly going the way of M80. Maybe there's a play here. Messi and Swisher. Swisher gonna check.
Nope. Swisher's dead.
He's just dead, yeah.
Bye-bye. 5v3, and now you just have to execute B, but man, this util has just been so well timed by Vitality. All CT side. It's not even just been down banana, it's been at the top half wall and car, re-blocking at the right time, retaking at the right time, and feeling like they never get punished. The only time they lose this B site is when the CT split comes in. But M80 are just locked out right now. Even Mezzi rotating to support. It's not going to get much better on this B hit. Smokes go over the top. Flames in a very powerful position. And still more block to go. Apex, another molly. This is just insufferable on the defense. M80 can't get through. They're going to just try and walk it in. Lake over the top. Flamesy double up. And this one's done again. Vitality. Their B defense is looking stellar.
Yeah, great usage of the grenades. Obviously have read the round to perfection. M80 puts himself in a very difficult position as well. Swisher up here in middle. I'm not sure what the plan is to leave Swisher in middle behind the smoke. As you said, never saw an opponent just get absolutely annihilated by Messi. And I mean, again, the B split is the one thing that has been working. So maybe the plan is to fake that or show some sort of presence up towards middle. But it's such a risky thing to do in a 4v5, especially considering that there's no trade frag potential. There's nothing they can do to help him. So it feels like they're playing a little bit of a desperation game right now, and another one where AP comes out. Ooh, another grenade kill, and I wanted to say it in the earlier round as well. Swisher took 50 damage from a grenade early on. If I'm the coach of M80 right now, I would just yell to my players, would you please stop taking damage early round? There's no point in it. If the plan is not to execute quickly up towards middle or quickly up towards banana, then don't go for it. See where Hex can get another one maybe. And says no. Messi shuts them down. And another easy round for Vitality. That's the issue right here, Hugo. They won a couple of rounds. 2 of them, I dare say that's Vitality giving up 2 rounds, but never were they able to win 2 rounds in a row. And if you're not able to do that, then you're not going to win a game.
Yeah, they haven't had any money on this T side. It's been a bit of a brick wall that they keep running into. Last chance saloon here for M80 to make a rifle round land. And you don't need 2 in a row. There's only 1 more left.
Yep.
So just get that. Give yourself a chance. But here on Inferno, even more brutal than Dust 2.
What's the call gonna be? Full rush banana?
Guys, they probably don't have nades. No, they avoid it entirely.
Yeah.
Fast up middle. Good position though behind the smoke. Actually covered by Zaiwu. Mezzi not needed. Flames holds his position. And immediately 3-on-5 yet again with more grenades to go down. Flames got to be careful. They're walking through the smoke.
Yeah.
They're going to just contact him the whole way. He is alone right now. Apex only just getting back. Flames, he's just got unlimited lives. Until that happens, Sin does something. Double kill, entry into B, and opening up another M80 2v5. They've done it before.
Must win round now for M80 to stay alive in this game. The retake is going to come in through CT spawn from all 3 players. There's still a decent amount of utility here. They can even use a flash to clear banana. They're now aware there's not going to be any pressure coming in from that position. Whereas for Vitality, a Molotov on Zaiwu, a Molotov on Messi, still a lot to work with, but no smoke. That would have been nice.
Oh, the volley is perfect. Still takes 1 with him. It's winnable for Hext. Orb could be a big problem if it barrages down on the angle. Zaiwu going for the stick, though. He's been isolated. They didn't even check it. Hext gets his, and I think this one is going to come down to the clock. Robs with a fake, and he's dead. 4 rounds for M80. 4 isolated instances of success. Is that really going to be enough to beat Vitality in a 3rd map? 6.5 hours before this game was live, M80 were beating up on North American challenger teams online with 150 ping. Now they play against the best team in the world, and while they came through with an outstanding overpass, it appears like they're running out of steam. 8-4 for Vitality here on this third map. It looks like Vitality have recovered well after a shaky start to the day and look to put a bow on it to open up their London run.
A pistol round is much, much needed for M80 to remain competitive in this game and maybe still have a chance of a hope of winning this series. Sin with what could potentially be a dangerous nade and a double stack here on towards Banana. Dual elites on Swisher and Slacks with the USP. You're gonna nade now, Sin? Yes, you are. That's a beautiful opening right here. Flamesy gets the trade on towards Swisher. I'm not sure why he would swing out right there. Could have stayed alive, could have played with his teammates, but equals out the round right here. 4 versus 4.
Julie's given over as well. That can be a lot of fun for Flames 18 and 8, who can rush through this smoke into the B site. The flash lands inside of it as they come over the top. Sin with 1, Flames, he's gone. Slacks and Sin holding strong. The two Germans putting together a B hold. It's just Rops 1v4, and he's not going anywhere fast. Back in the game, RM80. Back-to-back rounds, RM80.
For the first time in the game on Inferno for sure. Now let's see, they also won the first pistol round in the first half and couldn't convert that. That's been a bit of an issue for them.
I remember it, Apex
yeah,
7.
That's the thing, yeah. 2 of the pistol rounds they won so far in this game, they haven't been able to convert. So to win a third one and miss that opportunity once more, that's not gonna be it if you're M80. So let's see. Vitality obviously forcing up right here. Tech 9s across the board, a deagle in the hands of Saivu, and a decent amount of utility to play with. What's the call gonna be? Classic is an apps pop, but seemingly they want to use middle, and right now 3 players on the B bomb side. This could be ugly. This could be very ugly for M80.
Yeah, no.
Oh!
Get out! That's a shock. They chase him down. That molly sort of lands, splitting the push. Vitality. This A site is weakened. They don't realize just yet. Switch has found a double. Sin coming in on the arch side as well. And there was a chance there for Vitality. They could keep running down Slacks, but they got stalled out and shut down. The force buy gone. This game's going to close up pretty quick.
It's always funny when you see a round like this where M80 doesn't lose a single player, yet I'd argue they were quite close losing the round. You know, there was a golden opportunity right here for Vitality. Slacks survives somehow, some way.
It's the domino effect, right? You get that. If they find Slacks there, they run round Wrap A and they're 5v1.
Yeah. That's game over for M80 at that point, but Slacks doing his best impression of a ninja and staying alive, and then Sin and Swisher coming in to help out getting the kills. Good start here for M80. That's exactly what we wanted. We wanted a competitive finish to this map. We wanted them to write the history that winning Overpass was no joke, and as we said already, Dust 2, yes, Vitality were the better team, but I think M80 actually played a decent game of Counter-Strike. So, if you look across the entirety of the series so far, and if you were to stop the game right here, right now, I think M80 could be super, super proud. Now, at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is winning. They're still quite far away from that.
Couple of pistol upgrades here for Vitality. 4-1 stack for M80. Swisher brings nades back to that B bomb site, and Vitality get closer to mid. Kanzaiwu claim a life inside of B before his team explode. Jiggle coming out. Trying to make them shuffle the setup, but no one's budging on this A side.
No reaction at all. Lake in a fine position. The 2 players over here having a crossfire. It's going to be up to Lake here. Needs a kill without going down. He gets 2. That's okay.
Oh, that's not great. That's even worse. Rops on porch with the deagle. We've been here before.
See, that's the issue with playing the position Lake is playing in. That's fine. He gets 2 kills. It's call it an off angle. It's an angle where you get the first bullet for free, sort of. But if you go down, your 2 players on the other side of A bomb side need to have different positions. You cannot be forced into... You cannot feel like you have to make a move and swing in towards Rops if Lake goes down, because Lake took a position where he most likely will be traded. Let's see if they can make the retake happen.
This would be crazy if they could. 2v3. Vitality with strong positions. Crossfire from pit side. MP9 comes running in. It's happening quickly. Sim with second. 1v1, and he finds the headshot. Robs can't finish his dinner, and Sin comes in with a 3K to top off the scoreboard here for M80. He's had 2 horrible maps as an individual, even though the calling was really strong on Overpass. But here on Inferno, coming through, top fragging for his team, second in the server. Robs, some great deeds, but he just can't find that final one. That was quick. Cinema.
Yeah. You see the relief coming out from M80 right here. Well aware that they almost lost a round, that they almost were guaranteed to win. Beautiful shots by Robs. Not quite enough though. However, it does help Vitality in this round. If they were to win, the money is quickly running out on the CT side. So, 1 round away from tying up the scoreline right here. This is it for M80. Can you win the first buy round, Hugo? We have a game on our hands.
Oh, Slack's mollied out, and his teammate now stuck, committed in the corner. They don't clear it. That's a bit lazy, and it will cost you. Slack's 3 peaks as well. 5v3, he survives. Swisher out of sight, out of mind. And then retakes his position anyway. They come running through. That's a crazy movement shot for Swisher. RNG doing a bit of help there. 2v4, careful.
Yeah, I'm glad he got a kill, because the decision to go up banana again instead of just play the 5v3.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's just not worth it, you know. Even though getting a kill right here, trading 1 for 1, theoretically makes your chances of winning slightly higher. It's just not worth the risk. So Swisher is happy about getting a kill right there. Still incredible tough for Vitality to find a way to win this. Especially considering that you have now placed a player secondary middle for M80. They get an information. Cyber will be spotted right here by Hext, and then the rotation can come in. However, it's quite far away, so there we go. Did they just go for it? They do. Oh, M80, they're leaving up a lot of space to Vitality. Can they use that?
Seeing that player on the cross. They've got apps locked in.
They know.
Strong position below the apps. Hex can't find this kill to force. He's waiting for his teammates to come in. Lake does thin the herd, and Hex then activates. No one jumps the gun. I like the Vitality take the space, realizing that apps player is all that stands on A. And yeah, it gets him a plant, but slow retake, put together.
Yeah. It's one of those great scenarios where neither of the 2 teams are making a mistake. Vitality is doing exactly what they're supposed to, given the situation they were in a 4v2, and same could be said for M80. It's okay to give up space if you then hold your nerve and make sure to retake together. As you said, lazy peek on here towards Sandbags. Not sure why Messi's not clearing it. It looked like he was focused in on the duel, but then just before he's about to see the player, looks away. 8-8 now. We are in a scenario where it is not unfair to say that M80 could win the series against Vitality.
That's
5
crazy.
rounds away. It is crazy.
Crazy. In 3 maps.
In 3 maps, yeah. As you said, like it's even more impressive. Had they won 2-0 and Vitality just never showed up, we'd be like, yeah, cool, but Vitality never showed up. I feel like we saw Vitality show up a little bit on Dust 2, and we've seen them play some decent Counter-Strike on Inferno as well in the first half, but
they were 8-4.
It was 8-4. It was 8-3 even. It's 5 rounds in a row.
Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Vitality with a pause, back in on the T side. Yet to get around on the offense. Zywoo 6-10.
I hate to say it, yeah. He's the one outlier.
And Robs was having trouble, to be honest, in his position on CT. He's been having trouble all series. Flamesy has been the light in the dark. Zywoo had a great Dust 2.
Oh, guess who left the server again?
Mezzy.
Yeah, that's his 4th disconnect.
Oh, dude. He's staying very calm.
Yeah.
But it can't be fun. At least it's not live.
I was just about to say, this one is inconsequential. So that's good.
Yes.
So I feel like almost, you know, if you have to crash 4 or 5 times in a game, then at least make sure you do it in a pause.
Oh, I'm sure he's doing his best to make sure he crashes in freestyle.
I mean, he's a pro player. He should be on top of that, you know? Control your PC.
I think after this game, there's going to be some work to do.
You think so?
Yeah, I think call in a technician.
Yeah.
Get an admin over.
If I'm Vitality, I'm shipping a PC straight away.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Yeah. Had some issues
Not
today.
worth the risk of doing this. And it's so frustrating as a player as well, because it's obviously out of his hands. And he never knows when it's going to hit him.
And it's hit him, what, twice during live rounds?
try 3 times, I think, during live rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. One time where it didn't matter at all.
One
And
of
2 times where it was
Inferno.
actually, in the middle of a round where it could have been the deciding factor. So, no bueno.
Oh dear.
No bueno.
Well, if you're just joining us, we're going back live, hopefully, unpaused. 8-8. A flawless CT side so far, 8-4 down. M80 dragging us deep in a third map.
They're living their best life right now.
They're
Imagine being
having fun.
M80.
Yeah.
Of course, you're so close. You're competitive in a game against Vitality, the best team in the world.
But this is when the pressure really hits.
True.
Because it's winnable now.
Yeah.
It's not a joke. It's winnable, but it's also, you're not out of the woods. You got to earn this down the stretch.
What has worked out for them so far on the CT side has been aggression. Banana aggression, we've seen that. Swisher maybe overextending a little bit. We've seen some pushes in towards secondary middle as well. So I hope we don't see that change.
Oh, good grenade. But Vitality are all here, and I don't know if they realize that Vitality look ready to just walk into the bomb site.
Yeah.
What a crazy call. Messi on the lead. Spots that player. Info comes out. M80 know what they're up against. Can they stop it? Swisher forced off. It's Sin getting his first. Swisher goes through with one more. It's 2 for 2, but again, this is the B site we're talking about. It's not known to be retakeable. Grenade dodged for the most part and more utility as a result of the early contact play. Robs is very far away.
He is, and he has a smoke, which is not for good use at all. Robs have to pick up the pace a little bit, but I think he's got to find a good timing right here. The smoke in CT spawn is going to delay the retake enough for Robs to be part of the round.
It's super slow, but they finally pop through that smoke. The time is disappearing. Robs gets that kill for the backline. Lake follows up. Smoke on the bomb. They both have kits. They can win this. The nade should reveal. Good cover for Lake. Can he follow up? Yes, he can. They stick the defuse in the face of defeat. M80 in a stressful 2v3 retake. Pick it up.
That's a beautiful display coming in from M80 right here. Getting the kill on towards the backside. That opens up the round. Put down a smoke on the bomb. That's the right thing to do, and then you just gotta stick it. Gotta give it up to Sin for the opening right here. Swisher as well. Lake, that kill right there.
Sharp.
That opens up the round, you know. Him dying to Messi, that makes it impossible for them to win it.
Oh, the
position.
flash. The hexed flash on the bomb is what blinded that last player. That's why he didn't get killed. Because Lake looked at Banana. He looked the wrong way. It's a flash on the reveal. What a robbery. Lake hitting hard.
What
that
now,
round.
Vitality, right? You decide to buy here. Obviously, you should. You have a Galil in the mix. You have a limited amount of utility. This is pretty much it for Vitality. You have to make something happen in this round. I like the execution. I like the call. I like the idea. As I said, M80, the thing that's worked for you so far on the CT side is playing aggressive Counter-Strike. The first round, they don't contest for Banana. That's the first time Vitality and Apex calls it in. So the calling itself from Vitality and Apex was spot on right here. To not win the retake scenario for Vitality, that's the big issue.
Ooh. Oh, they pre-smoked because they saw the molly come down, but it actually got extinguished anyway. So not only do Vitality waste a smoke, they block themselves.
Yeah, I don't like this from M80. They're giving up too much space right now. If there's one thing that Apex is good at, that's working with space. Now, that doesn't mean they can't win the round, but it's a change in strategy, so to speak, and how they approach the game.
Okay, re-clear a middle. Don't tick in the molly.
Behind the model, that's fine.
Cleared it out, but they are approaching to mid now. Smoke on the long side comes down from Vitality. 30 seconds. Robs, he needs the entry here. He needs to play active. He is the first line with Flamesy, actually. Go for this kill.
Yeah, 3 guys coming out here now.
Jumping into the pit. Lake stops the first. The orb bears down. Doesn't do a thing. Hex follows up. Good entries for Zywoo, but it's too late. Hex has done so much from this site. 2 kills before he's put down. And we've seen M80 win the retake before. Oh, the missed molly is a problem. Sin just going to go for it. Flash on the smoke. Buying a few seconds. Swisher getting closer. The nade breaks for Vitality. They need a kill. They need it now. Swishers come through with one more, but Zywoo saves them. 3 kills, the entry and the closers to get them in that A site. That was very scary for Vitality. They have to work hard for these rounds. They are earning them, though.
They really have to work hard, but that's my exact issue with playing so passive. As much as I want to give credit to Hex for holding up to his own, getting a double kill right here, you just get into a scenario where when you're playing so passive, you give the opportunity to Vitality to trade out the frags, get the bomb down, and when you leave Robs and Zywoo in a 2v2, well, you're going to win more of those rounds than you're going to lose them. So as I said, where they've found success on the CT side has been by contesting banana, re-clearing middle, and actually throwing bodies into being proactive. We saw a round where they pushed down towards secondary middle as well, and ever since you said it, ever since you said that winning now is realistic, that's a potential outcome. Ever since they played it, I wouldn't say scared, but they changed the terms of aggression.
Oh, full burn for Swisher. The worry going back, though, Jacob, is Vitality win their first T-side round, and it comes down to a 1v1. If they lose now, their money's broke. End game, 10-9. So this one is even more important for Vitality. They do have the space. M80 have cut out in spawn. Lake running through the smoke, Apex-esque, but he is not aware that they are out on the long side. Down in the pit, the only player done. Save it. It's over. You get caught out shuffling nades in CT spawn. You pay the price. Vitality pick up the pace, and they put their money where their mouth is. Winning a clean gun round saves this game for Vitality.
Yeah, credit to Apex right now for doing some great calling. Even the round that we saw a couple of rounds ago where they went in towards the B-bomb side, again, because M80 were playing passive defensive Counter-Strike. The calling was great from Apex. Not being able to win the retake was not so great by Vitality, but right now he's called 3 good rounds in a row, and I gotta say, M80, as you said, you have 2 players in CT spawn shuffling grenades. It's way too passive.
They had one guy in the site. They had one guy pit. Yeah. That's it. 4 on CT side and 1 on pit.
I would love to see a timeout now from M80.
Yeah.
Talk it through. Realize what I said 3 rounds ago. Our win condition is by disturbing Vitality. If we give Robs, Cyru, Apex too much space to make the right decisions and catch us off guard, we're going to lose the round. Odds are that you may lose anyway, but at least you lose by fighting. You lose on your own terms. Right now, it does feel like the second they came into this 8-8 scenario where they were like, oh, we can win the game, that's when they started to get a little bit scared of winning.
Where is Rory Jackson when you need him? Where is the depth on this CT side?
So what now? Another full buy coming in. 3 players towards banana. That must call for aggression. Come on.
Okay, will they meet Vitality there? Saiwu at the front of the pack.
We've seen this setup before. Sin with a grenade, swish out by sandbags. They want to fight for this.
Yeah, they're going to get that fight. Vitality right here. Triple nade on the corner. How does Sin survive? Swisher won't last much longer, but good utility does do damage here to Vitality, and Sin hides inside of the smoke. Not for long. Checked out by Mezzi. Late committed. This is the round. Do or die in this position, but Vitality walk away. They're happy with their advantage. They know M80 are feeling the pressure. Vitality don't feel the need to force the next engagement. They take stock. They go back. Lake has a block. Good move, but if he rotates out here, did they hear that? That was pretty close.
Yeah, maybe.
Either way, they're waiting out the smoke, right?
This round was going so well for M80 until Sin died on banana. He could have fallen back, and then you would have had a 4v4 with Messi on 33, Flamesy on 46.
Oh, now it's done.
Yeah.
Execute and full gamble for M80. Feeling like that's their best play.
Listen, that's the difference between being the best team in the world and having one of the best in-game leaders in the world and being a little bit unexperienced or inexperienced in these scenarios. I think Apex now has called 4 fantastic rounds in a row, and even though not every single one of those rounds went the way of Vitality, the idea and the read of the game he's just one step ahead right now, and that's a big part of the reason as to why Vitality are getting very close to winning the series.
Absolutely. I like how you draw conclusions from the way the M80 are playing passive on the CT side. There's another example, right? Even though it's a high-risk maneuver, if he stays at top B, he has a chance to multi-kill, to open up a 2v2, to win the retake there, but instead they gamble. Vitality pull back, they freeze, they let M80 overthink it, and then rotate to A, gamble, stack, Vitality just commit with the execute. It's all they have on the map. They win the round off of it. So 11-9, and what's that? 4 great cooled rounds in a row.
It is. The one they lost was even a great call as well.
It's just a post plan.
Just a post plan where the players themselves didn't make the right decisions, and it's always hard to tell whether or not a call is great or not, but when Apex is putting Vitality in winnable positions, he's done his job. Then it's up to the players to deliver.
He put them in 3v2 post plan on B-site Inferno.
Exactly.
It's as good as you're going to get.
At that point, you're not going to blame him.
No.
Let's go, boys!
Nice, boys. Well played.
We're not fucking losing to these big newbies! Let's go!
Still finding the hype is Apex. Refusing to lose to noobs.
You know what? That's a fair sentiment.
That's how you have to feel.
Before anyone gets mad. That's how you talk when you're within a team. I love that from Apex. Installs a bit of energy into the lineup. Lake getting a kill on towards Messi. That's a lot of damage done with the utility. Something Vitality were excelling at in that first half. So, tasting a bit of their own medicine. And now I have to find a way to win 4v5. That makes it significantly more difficult for Apex.
All right, I want to see this go all the way. Can Vitality manage it? A man down. Do we have a resurgence from M80? That certainly helps. ZywOo forced into the fight by the Molotov. Swisher overwhelms him. Great series from Swisher today. I mean, obviously he had a huge opening map, but he has looked like a star of this team. Rob's trying to break his way back in. This flash won't do much with the setup in mind. Triple pit side. Good nade, but look, hello, look up, Flames! Look up! Too late. Hexter's killed 2. He was on his screen. But 4x3 is a cruel mistress.
Yeah, one could imagine had it been Robs coming out right there playing 16-9, he probably would have got that kill.
Yeah, but the issue is Robs would never go first, Jacob.
That's also true. That's a what-if game and a half.
He did die first, but only because Flames didn't get the info. And Apex saving.
Yeah, they're answering back now, and what's more important is potentially surviving 5 players in the process. With their economy, that's going to do them a lot of good.
Oh dear, so does Apex try something? Does he get weird? Or is this just a combat save?
Just save.
But you want to kill one more? Just go on.
You don't want to lose your own weapon over here.
Oh, but just kill one. Just one little tilting kill. Just have a little... Go on. Ooh. It's the voice in the back of your head. But Apex, a threatening save, but one that he gets away with. M80, flawless round. They've given themselves room now. Look at that quad nade. 2 down middle, 2 down banana. Beautiful call for M80 to start this off.
I like that. That's exactly what you want to see. You can also, you know, one thing is being aggressive with your bodies in the game, you know, and actually throwing your bodies into the game. Another thing is doing something like this, where you proactively are aggressive with the utility. And from playing the 5v4, then you can sit back and be defensive.
Well, how about throwing your bodies into the game? Oh, they ran down middle, but they got flashed out. They changed their mind. This top util at car is wrecking Vitality. Again, look at the health. It's like M80 on the T side, starting every round with players on 20, 30, 40 damage. ZywOo's a shot from death.
Not like the money is looking too good in the Vitality camp either, so...
Dude, could M80 really win this 13-11 on map 3 to put Vitality into the lower bracket?
Listen, you're playing round 22 right now versus Vitality. I think it's more than fair to give the credit to M80 for what they've done so far. And by if you're only trailing by 1 round, you can most definitely win the game.
Dude, that Slacks has been absent, really, just in this series.
Which makes it even more impressive, right? That your player have not had a great game, and yet you still remained very competitive and can still potentially win. Same could be said for ZywOo, though. Great on Dust 2, nowhere to be found on the Overpass, and nowhere to be found on Inferno as well.
Yeah, I mean, the first map was good for Slacks, but yeah, I don't think he's had an orb kill. Vitality contact into the site. They explode. Lake needed more. 1, and same from Hex. It's not enough. You've got the money to risk it if you really want to throw in a chance here, M80. But Vitality, it's the contact play again that gets them into a 3v2 post-pod. Much the same as they did on B. They win off a position here. I would have liked to see M80 go for this, but they were too far away. Maybe feeling like with a man advantage for Vitality, it's too much to ask.
Yeah, I think the thought process is that losing the next round, they would still be able to buy in the potential final round of the game. So you are buying yourself potentially another buy round should you lose the following. So it is the right thing to do here for Slacks and Swisher. There's no point in trying what's more or less impossible, especially with their positioning, but my God. Vitality now putting themselves in a position where they just need 1 more round.
And I feel for Slacks there, because he's just gone and orbed B for the first time, and they've gone for the A pop.
Yeah.
Just contact. He felt like the AWP would have been the perfect weapon to stop that kind of play, like light on flashes until they get into the bomb site. And just not enough on the defense. 2 kills from the 3 players with a nice, healthy crossfire. And everyone from Vitality carries their weight.
Whenever they play back on the bomb sides, they tend to lose the round. That's been a clear tendency so far on the CT side for M80. So hopefully they're willing to risk something. As I said, they still have a decent amount of money, so winning this round just by one player still secures them a full buy in what could potentially be the final round. And here we go again, Hexed aggressive. I love to see this, and guess what? It's paying off straight away if you can execute.
He got the kill. He got the kill, but it could have been so much more. They've run the long side. This step getting heard by the site player. They smoke it off. They say, if you want to win this, you have to go through spawn. You have to go through B. And so Vitality freeze. Apex keeping the pressure on this A site, but they're walking the walk towards this B side of the map. Single gets a spot. Full util. Trying to get as much value out of it as he can, but they've gone quiet. He's not convinced. Careful. On the jump, his teammate ready to help out. That smoke is not a wall. They're going to walk right through. Close peek from Flames. That's a messy spray, and look at what it cost them. It might cost them the game. 3v3. Retakeable. Up banana, fast, go M80, but Vitality have the block. They have more util. 3 Molotovs in a post plant, and it's so clear where they're coming from. M80, silent. Maybe a boost up could be nice, but that smoke looks very tall. Looks bloomed well.
Ooh.
Deep nade, not going to break the smoke. Instead, just gets more and more damage. And these Molotovs are going to be a nightmare. Vitality, it's been a hard series. It's been a well-fought game by M80, but I feel like they've run out of room. 2v3, flushed out by Molotovs. Vitality burn them down, and they take that opening win. 13-10, it's not an easy game, but it is a game nonetheless for Vitality. 2-1, M80 down in the lower bracket.
It certainly is a game, Hugo, and you saw there Apex still smiling